I click these buttons and I go here and then I cut the music. Okay. Welcome everyone. We are live once again with the Roleplay Podcast. As always, Roleplay Podcast on YouTube and all of your favorite podcasting, whatever the fuck they are. I haven't shared this with Sab. We might be getting a sponsor, which is kind of cool.
Ooh,
finally.
Finally, all this time has paid off.
Yeah. Do you guys know that the majority of podcasts stop after or it's like that there's like a graph of like the fall off of podcasts, and it's literally based on episode number. It's like people will do one podcast and 90% of them don't make it past one episode. And that's like
really?
Why do you think that's the case though?
You know, I think in life everyone's really excited and passionate about doing things, but it's kind of hard to like commit and do things like longer term, you know?
What number are you on?
What is this? I think we're on like number like 15 or 16.
We're doing great. We're doing great. No, we're doing great. This has been fantastic. I've loved this podcast. He's taught me a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like a cool way to also just like meet everyone, get role playing perspectives. I mean, I actually think my favorite series is the one we're doing right here, which is our noobs of NoPixel. So we'll get into that because we have to introduce our guests, our two noobs of NoPixel, Kimmy and Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming on.
I do think it's like really fun, like having a noob's perspective, because it must feel really refreshing for you guys, and like who have been role playing for 5-6+ years, right?
The people I think I love interacting with the most are new people. It's just fresh. I always feel like there's this idea that like if you're a veteran RPer, that makes you like necessarily better at role play, whereas I'm like I think it makes people complacent. I know I got complacent, and I feel like it's new people coming in that actually tend to be really good.
The spark.
Yes, they have the spark, and they inspire other people.
Yeah, exactly. Either bring something new or they have a different outlook on things. You're like, wow, okay, I never thought it that way. This is really cool. I'm inspired. I'm gonna follow that person.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like if you're doing anything for 5+ years, it starts to maybe get, a little tiring, but like, me and Kimmy are super new to NoPixel in comparison, and I feel a little bit of a fraud being here right now just because like I've kind of been on a RP hiatus like the past 2 weeks, I think 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, we had Shoto on too, don't worry.
All right, great.
Not him catching straight.
Wait, so where do you guys come from? What'd you do before RP, and how'd you find out about roleplay? Sorry, I'm just a noob like you as far as you, so if you could just like educate me as far as that aspect, I would love that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Kimmy, go first.
Oh, okay. My 9-year sub anniversary is tomorrow, so I've been around Twitch for a while.
Wow, 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years tomorrow. I kind of did everything: variety, IRL. I do some ASMR too. And so what was the question? I'm so sorry, my brain.
How'd you what'd you do before, and how'd you find roleplay basically?
Got it. Okay, so I almost feel like the stars kind of aligned for roleplay because so many people I know were doing GTA RP already. Blau, like Leslie, it's just so many, and yeah, they got me into roleplay, so yeah, very happy about that.
Yeah,
Peter?
I've been streaming since 2017. Kimmy was actually one of the people that actually introduced me to the streaming space in general, so it's kind of
Really?
crazy because
Wow.
I don't really think of myself as like a long time streamer, but like I can't like say that 7 years is not a long time.
Nah,
so,
you're old AF,
yeah,
Peter.
I'm old now. I'm like fucking Kai, Sinat, and Jinxies, and all these young kids who are popping off. I'm like,
All these youngins.
holy fuck.
I know,
so
it's
old,
crazy how the meta changes too as well on
yeah,
Twitch.
and yeah, I've just been streaming kind of variety for a while. We played a lot of Among Us during the COVID era. And from there, I just kind of played here or there, a lot of Riot games, unfortunately, which deteriorated my mental health significantly. But yeah, I think I just heard a lot about RP just from my friends who got into RP. So that would be like Leslie and Blau and Ray and so on and so forth. So many people were actually into RP, but I was really scared, like nervous about getting into RP just because like I feel like I have really bad social anxiety. And even in like a video game setting, like especially when in NoPixel where it's like there's there's no direction. You just kind of do what you want to do. There's so much, it's like the burden of freedom, if that makes sense, where there's like a lot of pressure to like make something out of nothing. And that's like really fucking scary. So I played NoPixel for a little bit. I want to say in like 2021. I played NoPixel for like 2 weeks, and I tried it a couple times, and honestly, I just like I had these fucking mini panic attacks every time I thought about logging in, and then took a break from it. Yeah, and then
Wow.
yeah, it was really fucking scary to me. And then 4.0 happened, and people were starting to play it again. I was like, I'll just give it another shot. Like, why not? And this time, I definitely stuck way harder to RP. I would say that I haven't really been RPing a lot late within the last 3 weeks or so. But like before that, I was playing NoPixel basically nonstop for like a month at least. So it was really, really fun. But it was
And what got you
helpful.
hooked? What was fun for you and Kimmy? What got you continue to play and get on the server every single day?
It was funny because like the first day I was like, I'm gonna have no expectations. If all I do is work at the fast food place for like 3 hours, then whatever. That's what happened. What happened my first day. And you know what? I actually applied to Burger Shot, or applied. I joined Burger Shot. I just did menial like fast food burger cooking for like 2 hours. A couple random things happened. So I got robbed once. That was
Wait,
fun.
I remember
Yeah.
you were working at Senior Buns off stream for like
Oh
2
yeah.
hours, and then didn't you get like robbed of all your payslips?
Yeah, so basically I
Oh
wanted to make
no.
money off stream, so I worked at Burger Shop for 2 hours.
No.
I got robbed. I had my pay stubs
Ouch.
taken, and on top of that, my car, I got like a parking ticket or something. So so I basically
Oh
Oh.
made
God.
negative money off stream. So I made I
Damn.
think like $1,000 and lost $1,200 or something in that time. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I actually had a very eventful first day, which I think really helped. Benji put out an ad saying that he needed an assistant, so I was like, okay, I have nothing else to do, so I'll just see like what this is all about. And I went, and then like the interview went really well. It was really funny, and then like that's how my storyline on NoPixel kind of began from there. And yeah, I like ran into a lot of really cool and interesting people, like just through NoPixel. Just there's so many fucking people. Also, another intimidating thing is there's so many names you have to remember,
Oh yeah.
like just
It's a different
up
world.
front.
Oh
And
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
people recognize someone's arm tattoo and be like, "Oh yeah, that's this character." I'm like, "How the fuck did you even?" They're wearing like a different mask, different outfit, and you were able to pick them out in like less than a second just off of an arm tattoo. So like, it's a little rough, but yeah.
I metagame off my chat for that.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And
Don't do that. Don't do
no,
that.
okay, no, listen. Sab is here as an admin.
What do you mean what do you mean you metagame? What does that mean? You give me context. What does that mean?
Okay. And this will be interesting because I'm curious for Kimmy and Peter's take on this, because a lot of the people I talk to when they come into NoPixel are really scared about, oh, there's these rules and these rules, and I don't want to break rules, right?
Right.
Which I was
Makes
too.
sense.
And then I learned that you can guys break rules all the time because there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't really impact stuff, right? So what I mean by metagame is like, okay, let's say I'm playing the character Mickey.
Okay.
Listen, man, I have my own life. I got to keep track of stuff. I've got, a giant like family gathering coming up, and I'm trying to memorize who are like my uncles, my cousins, all this stuff in my real life. I'm sorry, I'm not going to fucking learn who the characters are that Mickey knows, right? So if I want to know that, I'm like, oh, chat, does Mickey know this person? Oh, chat, how does Mickey feel about, like, it's metagaming in the sense
have
that's like
bad memory?
reminding me.
So it's not Mickey's fault, it's Blau's fault.
Well, Mickey, the character, has perfect memory.
Yeah, exactly.
I role play him as such.
So you role played it. Oh, see, that's your RP reason.
Yeah, Mickey is very good with people and can remember them. Blau cannot. But I mean, like, isn't there like that one number where it's like you can only remember like so many people's names? So now all of a sudden,
I think there's nothing wrong with it if you role play it out. But if you just have no idea what's going on and don't give a shit. Oh, sorry, I swore. Don't give a damn. And then you just
swear.
like. Oh, we can swear on this podcast?
Bro, what was the last episode? Wait, were you not
Sorry, I
here for
forgot.
that?
I forgot,
We
I
were talking
forgot.
about drinking piss in cups, bro.
It's pretty standard.
I bet Curtis was there.
Yeah, Curtis
that
was there. Curtis,
conversation.
Yeah, but
Curtis showed up like a wrecking ball. It was wild.
he did. But going back to what you said, Peter, the first day, it makes or breaks it for a lot of people that are new to the server. Like a lot of people who are dying to RP, their first day just awful, and they never want to touch it ever again. A lot of people, it's the opposite, and they're hooked for life.
Yeah. I definitely was hooked for a while, and it was just a great first day to have in terms of like reasons why I would come back, like actual like storyline reasons why I should come back. So it was really good. In terms of like being able to use my chat to like cheat with the names, I wish I could fucking do that, because my chat just either straight up lies to me and tells me a completely different person's name, which has happened
Classic.
multiple times.
Yeah, they'll
to
do
the point
that.
where like they tell us like, oh shit, our bad, we thought that I think they're fucking with me, like they're legitimately fucking with me.
Pretty
So
funny. Pretty funny.
yeah.
And then he calls someone the wrong name, and that's even better.
No,
Yeah.
the amount of girls on NoPixel with like white hair, pigtails, and like a black mask, and I'm just like,
There's a lot of those, yeah.
I need to know by their arm tattoos. I actually need to memorize them by their arm tattoos, because there's no other fucking way. So yeah.
Credit to Leslie and the Foozes. All of the Foozes are super recognizable. Like September's
The
recognizable.
colors.
Yeah, January's
Yeah, it's the
recognizable.
colors, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of that, I mean, Kimmy, what was your first day on the server like? You know, since Peter shared
Oh
his.
my gosh. People don't realize how many layers there are to RPing in NoPixel. Like, I was going in with such, like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I created a Fooz. First of all, I've never done role playing before, really. I don't have experience acting or anything. And suddenly I'm going in role playing a character that's already integrated in a whole family that knows pretty much everyone in the city. On top of that, I had this great idea to create my own storyline going into the city, like apart from my other family. So I had to integrate my own storyline to mix in with my existing families and mix in with like the whole city. On top of that, I don't know how to play the game at all. I don't know the mechanics. So I was literally taking shots of alcohol because I was so stressed out my first like week just of
Holy-
role playing.
Wow.
And like I just didn't know how to talk or act or move or what to do. I'm like, oh my god, what would September say? Like, is she supposed to know this? Is she supposed to know that? And I was making everything up on the fly, and it was very stressful. But it was like it was one of my most like fun weeks in this content creating space like I've had like in the past like decade. It was a wild ride, but it was a lot of fun. And yeah, so I had a phenomenal first week as well.
I knew Kimmy had a problem when every time I ran into her, I would be like, huh, that's interesting. I didn't know she was streaming today. And I would check her channel and she's offline. I swear to God, I think I've checked her stream like
Addicted.
15 times.
No.
You did
Okay.
so much fucking G6. When I was
That's when you know
looking into-
people are addicted too. It's
when I was
offline.
looking into
I-
getting a tier 3 truck, I was talking to Elle about it, and I was like, oh yeah, like, so how long do you think it would take for me to do that? And she said, honestly, at the rate that you do it, it'd take you like 2 to 3 months. And I was like, wait a second, doesn't Kimmy already have it? She's like, yeah, I think she doesn't miss a single vault run. Like, she is
Damn.
Okay.
the gains.
G6 discipline.
So, okay,
Yeah.
so my reasoning behind my G6 addiction was because it was really helping me learn how to just play the game. And G6 was like my medium and like a reason to just have me like facilitate learning the game and getting to meet people. So that no, I swear.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no.
dude. And you couldn't do any of this on stream, right?
Okay, let me tell you, streaming adds a whole nother layer to the complexities of role playing in GTA. On top of already being overwhelmed, like every single thing I said was clippable, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am stun locked 24/7 if I just only stream. So streaming offline relieved a little bit of pressure to like help me get into the game a bit more.
For sure. I get it.
But
I'm
yeah, I
just
was
too
addicted.
worried that something like interesting happens off stream though. Like that's like the scariest part where it's like, oh shit, I got pulled into this insane fucking storyline and I don't have a POV on it. You know what I mean? So
Just click go
yeah.
live.
That's true. That's actually
That's true. If something fun
It's that
happens,
simple.
just go live. Honestly.
So I've got a question for the both of you, and I asked this to all the noobs in NoPixel. How has roleplay affected your life? As far as your schedule, your how much time you have, how much has it how much have you neglected real life for RP?
Jimmy, you go first. I feel.
Yeah.
That's like low key a toxic question.
Is it? No, I'm just curious because I'm curious how much addiction affect people. I don't know.
Goodness gracious.
I'm just. You don't have to
Yeah.
answer if you don't want to.
Oh, I can answer. My entire life has changed because of GTRP. No one's ready for an 8-hour commitment to just come into your life like a wrecking ball. So I'd say the first month or two, my whole life scattered a lot, and I had to redo my whole schedule. Transitioning was really hard. But now I think I'm finally balancing a bit better. But I'm still heavily addicted. So if you guys have any advice on how to balance better, that would be greatly appreciated.
You're asking other streamers how to have a balanced life.
My recommendation is you take a day or two, you completely disconnect. You never touch roleplay, nothing know about it. You completely remove yourself. Like you live in a bubble, right? And then you leave that bubble, and you're like, oh, I'm back, guys, what I miss. And then from there, you slowly just adjust back into the world. Because if you're constantly in it, you never leave it, it gets very stressful, in my opinion.
And whatever you do, don't do this. Because everyone always does this when they first start role playing. And maybe you guys have done it, maybe you haven't, or you'll get to that point. You start reading comments about like your character or you.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, I will tell you something. Like, yeah, like some people are like, yo, like Mickey's a fucking like asshole. Like, it's like Mickey's an asshole. It's like, I'm like, oh yeah, Mickey is kind of
some of those comments.
Yeah, but then you read the comment that's like, Mickey's voice makes me want to fucking blow my brains out. Also, Blau is a fucking loser, clout chaser, piece of shit. Hope you fucking. And then you're like, whoa. I thought we were just talking about Mickey at first. Like, oh, don't read the comments. Just like, and I feel like a lot of people go and look for this stuff to kind of like get a sense of like how people feel about their.
They're curious. You know, it's human things, right? You know, we're all curious about how people feel, see things, right? That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've ego searched my character before, and can I just tell you that naming your character Peener is a terrible idea in terms of trying to see comments about yourself, because you see a lot of fucking penises. You just see a lot of fucking dicks on Twitter if you put Peener as your username. So yeah, I was trying to like somehow put like Peener Pog you. I was like, oh, maybe I'll see if like people did fan art or whatever, like made comments. No, it's just a bunch of guys talking about their dicks or posting photos of their dicks. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just like not fucking look up my character anymore. Never mind.
Do you ever, whenever you look this up, are you ever like, do you ever have like a thought where you're like, that's a nice dick? Like when you see this stuff. Sorry, this is a really intrusive thought that I have had, but I'm always like, sometimes I'm like, yo, like that's like an aesthetic dick.
How many are you seeing though, Blau, to even get to that thought? Because I don't see much.
Like when you see them
Except
every
my
now.
own.
Well, you see them sometime, you see them around, you're like,
Is
Never
this
thought
what
about
guys
that.
talk about?
Well, the thing is, I want the confidence of a guy who would willingly post his dick on the internet. Like, imagine having that man's confidence. You would be fucking unstoppable. Like, I would never post a fucking dick pic ever, but like the confidence that guy must have is like unmeasurable. So that's the only thing I'm jealous about. Not to the showing my genitals to the internet part.
maybe
though.
I'm the only one who has that thought.
We're gonna lose the sponsor, Blau, after this one.
Fuck.
I
This is
should-
the ERP episode. I'm so sorry.
I have
It can
said
be.
that's a nice cock before. So I don't think about it a lot, but like I know where Blau's coming from.
Kimmy, to answer your question, do you guys talk about this normally? No. I think guys talk about, you know, when people say like, oh, like what's your Roman Empire? I don't think guys actually talk about the Roman Empire. I think I don't know what the other subclasses of guys are, but one of them, we talk about pirates. There's like 5% of guys where like we fuck with pirates.
I can see that. Pirates, like there are like two boy themes that always stick out to me. One is pirates, and another one is like big animals, like beasts, like fighting each other.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Oh, like kaiju? Oh fuck yeah, I fuck with kaiju, man.
Okay, well that's because Peter's
Or
a
Vikings.
weeb. No, Peter's a
Whoa,
weeb.
dude.
Peter's
Wait,
a
is
weeb. She's a
liking
kaiju. No, she's talking about like it's the classic Joe Rogan. Like, yo, what if a bear fought a lion? Not like a
Yeah,
kaiju,
yeah, like-
Peter. You're
yes,
such a
yes.
weeb.
Or like an elephant or a rhino.
Is liking
Yes.
Godzilla weeb-like behavior?
I don't know. That's kind of mainstream, actually.
Okay. Okay, I didn't think about like I didn't know if you were talking about the hypotheticals, like, oh, who would win, like 1,000 lions or a dragon or some shit like that.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, that's stuff too.
Kimmy,
Okay.
what's your Roman Empire? Or give us some insight into like women's Roman empires. Like, what are the things where like the girlies are like, ooh,
What keeps you at night, basically?
yeah.
So what's a Roman Empire exactly?
You say
It's
something
like-
like you're like particularly obsessed with. I feel like
It's like if
something that
someone
you think
mentions it
about
in a
lot.
conversation, you're like, ooh, and
Oh,
you like
maybe,
perk up
like-
and you're excited to talk about it.
Oh my god, maybe like the book talk. Do you guys know what book talk is? Like the
Yeah.
the guys with like the female gaze, those guys.
I saw some shit
girl-
about book talk today. It was not good.
Wait,
Oh.
elaborate. What is book talk? This is the first
Book
time I hear
talk?
about it.
Book
Oh,
talk is
it's-
like a niche
Go ahead.
of like usually women on TikTok that like reading, and for some they like reading a specific
like
genre of
romance
book.
novel.
Oh, I see. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
is this include the one
Right.
really famous book with the
Like
dragon?
Twilight kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
but,
like
it's modern
Twilight.
now.
Yeah, okay,
Twilight's,
okay.
like
Twilight's lit.
vampires and stuff.
Dude,
Oh,
there's the
okay,
one with
okay.
the dragon riders that's really popular.
There's like
Oh, so dragons?
Riders.
Yeah, there's one with dragons, but then
Huh.
like when you listen to it, it's like the dragons are fucking, and then like they can feel the dragons fucking.
it's like wait,
Dude,
what?
Fourth Wing, thank you, chat. Fourth Wing.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
heard about
God.
it's
that.
really popular.
Hold on.
And
I'm gonna do a quick Google search.
spoiler
Fourth
alert,
Wing.
you can. I guess they feel the dragons fucking. Like,
Well,
I
Feel
can
the
see girls
dragons
being into that.
fucking?
I can see
This is
girls
crazy.
being
I
into
was
that.
thinking like A Court of Thorns
This is
and
crazy.
Roses. I think that one's really popular
Yeah.
too.
oh my God, it's got a lot of reviews. One
these are
point.
really popular.
I tried
Yeah.
reading Fourth Wing because it was recommended to me by Jody, and I just kind of, for fun, looked up the word cock, and there's a lot of cock in a Fourth Wing, or the Fourth Wing, whatever it's called. It's a good amount of cock in there.
This is
And
why I
some of them
talk
are
to my
fun.
I
chat
never
about.
knew this existed.
And there's
Yeah.
there's words that appear in these books a lot, like glistening.
Hmm.
That's a nice
Mhm.
word. I like that.
Stop,
word.
Kimmy,
That's-
stop. I
I-
hate that
no.
word. I hate glistening.
What is glistening? What does that mean? Use it in a sentence.
Oh, it's like glistening is kind of like shimmering, like shining.
Oh,
But
I
then-
see. Okay.
Like
I
a
think,
puddle under a hot sun.
yeah, but usually I think it's to describe like a man's sweaty body, I'm assuming.
Oh no, it's used to describe a lot of. It's like anything where there's like
Yeah.
moisture involved. It's like it's glistening
Okay.
like that.
Like
Or,
damp?
or just, straight
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Like wetness?
yeah.
Okay.
Wetness, moisture, moistness.
Looking at
Hearing
that word.
Sab say wetness is just great. Yeah, there's something called the GPP, glistenings per paragraph. It's like a way I measure like how smutty a book is. It's like how many glistenings are appearing.
Okay.
Oh.
But anyways, back to Peter. How did roleplay ruin your life?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck yeah, I blocked out. Sorry.
Well, okay. So for some context, I'm in a relationship with someone who has a normal 9 to 5 schedule. So I am no longer able to fully go degen the way that I used to. But that being said, I still was pulling like 8 to 15 hour roleplay sessions like per day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week when I first started. So I was like I was streaming like 15 hours a week to like 40 to 50 hours a week, like just like from one week to the other. So I was streaming a fuck ton more just in general. And yeah, it was really awkward because my character was selling a strain of weed called Anita Max, and my girlfriend's name is Anita. So my girlfriend would hear me yell her name from the other room, and she'd be like, "Oh, is everything okay?"
That's
I'm like,
right.
"Oh,
It was Anita.
baby, I'm sorry. I'm selling weed right now." And she's like, "What?
What?
Okay." And then yeah, I realized I'm like
Gotta-
screaming this shit, and then like my walls are relatively thin, so I'm just hoping that none of my neighbors think I'm like a fucking drug dealer running out of my apartment. But yeah, I mean, right now I would say that my schedule is more normal, especially since I haven't been streaming as much RP lately. But I've been wanting to get back into it. Like I logged on off stream one day and I called Benji from a pay booth, like a phone booth, and told him that I was like in Japanese prison trying to escape. So I'm giving giving myself a way back in.
Your
Yeah.
character is so good.
Yeah.
Like it's
Thank
like
you.
zero self-inserty. It's just like it's such a character. I don't know
Yeah.
how you like keep that voice and persona up for so long.
Well, let me
I
hear the
just wanted-
voice. Let me hear the voice.
It's not that much different from my actual voice, in my opinion, but
Oh.
I try to sound like Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers or like Archer. So
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
I talk a lot deeper like this, and yeah, I just try to sound like a dumbass sometimes, and I sometimes enunciate kind of weirdly like that.
So you keep
yeah,
the same kind of tone the whole entire time.
more or less, unless I'm like shouting. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I also love when people like play a character that like is purposefully like flawed or like dumb. Because I know Peter's smart and like sharp dude, but like I remember having conversations with your character. I'm like, oh my god, Peter, your character, you are like it will just say the most unhinged like dumb shit
Oh my
ever.
God,
It's
his
so good.
comebacks are
Yeah, I
so
try to be
annoying.
I try to be a total fucking dumbass, but be like really straight edge, like be straight with it. Like say the dumbest fucking thing, and then just pretend like I'm like saying it. What I'm saying is completely normal. So yeah, I'm trying to play a character that is thinks L's or W's essentially, and just fucking does a lot of shit really poorly. Yeah.
Yeah, server. Yeah, it always needs characters like that. I was also gonna say you and Benji is one of the funniest duos I've ever seen. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean Benji's great. Yeah, he's really easy to work off of, and I love how much I love their dynamic a lot. So I mean, I think everyone on NoPixel has been super friendly and easy to bounce off of, but like Benji in particular just like is fucking funny. So yeah, it's been good.
All right, Kimmy, I was gonna ask you. So day one, you're drinking IRL to like get into it. How did and you had an interesting one. So I guess maybe to start this question is like, what was the process of becoming September Foods? Because you did create a character that was had like a bit of established lore, and then you had to also create your own lore. How was that process?
You mean leading up to like before I started my first day, or
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, was it like what inspired you actually even to like reach out to Leslie?
Oh, actually, so when I asked to join GTA, I wasn't planning on making a foos. I was gonna be Leslie's roommate. I think we like kind of talked about this before.
Yeah, you were
Like
gonna
I
be
was
like
gonna,
April's
I was
roommate,
gonna,
right?
yeah, like April's roommate from med school or something. Um, I invited Leslie over to my apartment to do a cooking stream. And then, kind of as a joke, she's like, yeah, you can be September. And then chat was like, yeah, be September or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So that's kind of how I became a foos. And then from there, I knew my strength was not acting. So I did not think I could do what Janet and Leslie were doing with the foozes. So I was like, is there a way I could make my character kind of come in from a different angle that is more comfortable for me? So that's why I created the storyline of September coming from like the suburbs, more like normal upbringings. And that kind of eased me into RP better that way, I'd say.
Which was also kind of cool because then it made the character feel unique.
A bit different, yeah. So I also didn't want to have the same storyline as Janet and Leslie too.
I like the fact that you went your own route. I think a lot of people sometimes, go with their comfort, and the fact that you made like a different kind of story for the character to kind of add more depth to it is pretty cool.
Thank you. And
So
I
yeah,
think
add more on that. That's awesome.
it creates like more dynamics, I think, more to
Right.
go off of for other people, I'd say.
And then sometimes your other story might be in a pause, and you can work on your personal character story as far as like what's going on, how to progress, right? And having that gives you multiple options as a character.
Thank you.
Well, and so now I'm curious because so you are an interesting position because you're a noob of NoPixel, but you're a foos, so you're established. What was that like? After day one, in your first few weeks, like realizing that like people kind of knew your character.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was getting myself. I kind of knew, but I didn't no. It was, I'm not gonna lie, it made September's experience in the city, I'd say like a lot easier than if I was completely unaffiliated. It just is so easy to navigate people when they know someone in my family already. I instantly get unlocks. I instantly like can build trust a bit easier in the city. So that's something I'm really grateful for. Um, it's also just fun kind of bantering off of the stigma of being a foos, um, or making people think differently about the family too. Um, it's been a really overall good experience. Yeah.
Okay, is the hair orange or pink?
Oh,
Yeah, we
I
need to know.
I'm
can't.
kidding. It feel no. I
We
feel
need
like
to
you have a
know.
unique
That's
color.
important,
It's like
actually.
isn't it like
No.
it's like a peach color?
Dude, so I came in as orange hair and I wanted to commit to it, but like orange is just not aesthetic. Like it in like I just couldn't make it work for September. Like I wish NoPixel had more like aesthetic looking oranges and
Mm.
like close that match more. But I I ended up going for peach because I could find like more outfits with pinky peach colors.
Yeah, no, I think whatever you settled on aesthetically now, looks great. So,
Thank you. I really do like the pink peach.
Peter, I'm curious. What was your thought process and the visuals for your character? How'd you come up with that?
Oh man, I'm gonna be so honest. I fucking hate character creators so much. Like I just spend literally minimal time making a character, which is really, I guess most people wouldn't really do that for a game like GTRP. I think for the first iteration of my character for 3.0, Peener had the default guy's face.
Default
And
Danny.
Default
yeah,
Danny,
default.
yeah.
I think he was default Danny or like close to default Danny. And then I made his eyebrows like penciled in just because they looked fucking
Oh my
stupid.
god.
And yeah, and then kept him bald because I was just like, fuck it, like who plays a bald character? Like no, I don't think I've seen anyone play a bald character really. Like very very rarely will you see a bald character. So I was like, yeah, I'll probably like stand out as bald. And then yeah, from there I remember at the time Ricardo Flick was a really popular thing. So I was like, oh shit, let me just like make my character like Ricardo Flick. I don't know if you guys know that meme character. He had like a red bandana and he was in like a tiger print like thong,
Mm.
and he would
Oh
fucking,
yeah.
he would like shake his massive fucking dick and ass
Oh,
for, like,
that's
yeah.
right.
It's from the video. It's like because
right.
he got that. And he
Yeah,
got-
yeah. That
Oh,
meme.
yeah.
It's a legendary meme. Did he
Yeah.
pass away?
I have no idea. Did he? Oh shit.
One muscle builder. One of them. I forgot who it was.
But yeah, I made my character. I kind of made his like fashion aesthetic based on him. That's why he was always in like a speedo and naked all the time. And the thing is, I kind of wanted to do that again for 4.0, but I kept catching public indecency charges from the PD, and I was like, I can't.
Oh my god, really? Is
like,
that why you changed?
Yeah. Well, no, okay. No, that's why I put on the jacket, so like the pimp jacket.
Yeah.
So at least you're like the top was a little more
Sorry,
covered
bro.
up, and I was catching less charges. Yeah, no, it's okay. I get it. But then more recently, after me and Tilly broke up, I look normal now. I'm like wearing.
What
like,
you were
jeans.
getting? Wait, Tilly who? What's the last name?
Tilly Winter, or was it no? Is it Winters? I think it's Tilly Winters, Kit's sister.
That's Tilly Winters. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so me and Tilly had like a super fucking toxic relationship where we would just essentially beat the shit out of each other and scream at each other nonstop every time we met. It was super entertaining. I that was like one of my favorite parts of RP. And yeah, in our most recent interaction, she like broke up with me because I hit her with my car and with a wrench a few times.
Cool.
Which was honestly, I think she was kind of, being over dramatic or whatever. But yeah, so she broke up with me, and then from there, I'm like on my red pill incel arc, and I'm trying to dress like a top G sort of. But now I look like Pitbull apparently, which is also like that's fine too. So that's fine. Like I'm okay with that. But yeah, that was the initial aesthetic like reasons behind designing my character that way, because I just didn't want to honestly
funny.
put too much time into it, and Ricardo Flick was funny at the time. So yeah.
Sab, you should watch clips. So your chat will find them for you. You should watch clips
I will.
There's a legendary stream of Benji starting a trap house with like Peter and Tilly and stuff. This trap house that they made was the funniest shit ever. It was ridiculous. Kimmy, I was gonna ask you what were so now you've been playing for a while. What are some of the most memorable moments now that you've been in NoPixel for a while? What are the ones where like, this was like defining an RP for me?
Defining an RP. Okay, I could talk about this forever because
That's why we're here.
I love GTA because this is such a unique, special experience. I never want to forget these memories. I'm actually like, I'm already sad for when it's gonna be over one day. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. Okay.
We can do it in 6 too.
It's not going to be over.
Yeah, this is the start.
Yeah,
This is the start.
Hey, Rockstar bought 5M.
Yeah.
You know?
Rockstar bought 5M.
Yeah, they're
didn't know
integrating
this?
5M into
No,
GTA
I thought
6
they were
or
just
something like
working
that, right?
together.
Yeah.
No, Rockstar bought it. What they bought was CFX, which is 5M and Red M.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so like, there's gonna be an RP aspect to like GTA 6, like.
That's the plan, as far as I know. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
God,
I mean, maybe
that's
people are speculating that, but
awesome.
You see what they did with the recent update? They downloaded like they had like a. Well, I suspect you're gonna be able to play a cop character in GTA 6 because of all the law enforcement stuff, and then they're doing the recent DLC where they're having like a lot of just cop stuff where you can contact dispatch and actually sign in as a cop now and do like missions.
Oh wow.
on
There's,
GTA
like, more
Online.
gameplay.
Yeah, a DLC just came out.
Yeah, and they and Kimmy, I think you weren't. I don't think you were playing in NoPixel at the time, but at the start of 4.0, they Rockstar partnered with Twitch and did like a whole roleplay week thing where they were giving out subs to people
That's
watching roleplay
sick.
streams. So
Oh wait, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
I-
That's
they-
awesome.
I think they went like, I mean, for you guys, since again, this is a noobs of NoPixel. This is a and Sab, you can let me know if I've got this wrong. I think it went from a Rockstar lets roleplay exist and doesn't, and occasionally has to bring the hammer down when things go too far with like licensing stuff. It went
Right.
from like hey, they let it exist to, and they now are like invested in it. It seems so.
They're fully bought in. I
That's
mean,
so cool.
like their CEO just talks about it. Like it's not really the role play. Okay, I'm not gonna say. Okay, this sounds really mean. It's not really the role play that is really capturing Rockstar's attention. It's the audience. It's the people that watch. It's the viewership. It's ability to be able to be a very collaborative effort along so many different channels. I mean, on Twitch, it's been what, top 3 in the past 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at how much money Riot has invested into League of Legends to keep, and like, look at League's viewership, and then look at how much money Rockstar has invested into GTA 5 roleplay, despite the fact that their game is, so it's like invested not well until recently, until they bought stuff. They invested none, and it was at the same viewership as League, right? Whereas Riot,
Right, because we were scared. We were
millions.
like, one day we're gonna wake up and it's gonna be basically, 5M has been shut down. That was the expectation. Every day we were living that dark clouds to be overhead. One day they could just bring down the hammer. You can't do this anymore. We're shutting it down and making our own thing, right? That's what we suspect's gonna happen. But instead, they,
Aw.
they took in 5M in the community, and as a result, I think it's gonna go to
Wait.
places for sure.
I love that. I love that they're working like with the community, not like capitalizing against it. To go back to the original question,
So
I-
it will continue. So yeah,
yeah, it
knowing
will
that's not gonna
continue.
end.
So glad to know that we're gonna be dedicating our lives to RP for the next like 10 years. I'd say the most memorable thing that happened to September has been like a pink wrecking ball that just smashed into September's civilian life. She was just living her life as such a good civilian, doing G6, making money, not getting into any crime or anything. And then she meets Zakid of CG.
Oh, okay.
And
That's how the story turns dark.
he just came in like a wrecking ball. And I'd say OOC Zakid is like an explosion of like ADHD swaggy, like this swaggy ADHD energy, just like full force.
Please don't call it.
Um,
Please don't call Skangar swaggy. I'm gonna.
Have you
What is
listened to his new
swaggy?
song? It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Anyway,
Is swaggy like a lot of swagger?
yeah, I guess so. I don't really know. When I said that word to describe, I didn't really think too hard about it. Yeah, kind of just guy who like I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. Um, but he basically threw off the course of like September's original like trajectory, and she's like getting knee deep in crime now, and it's been really fun.
Finding that character that then like enables you or sets you up on a story or a path is always so good.
Yeah, it's it makes me realize that there is so many different like perspectives in role playing that it's easy to get like narrow-minded in your own sometimes. So then like role playing with other people opens up your perspective to like tons of different opportunities and things in GTA. Sorry, I'm just rambling at this point.
No, and I was even gonna say shout out to big Skengar, to the guy who plays Zakid. He is someone where like he is very much like he will do whatever, and it always like it really escalates situations, but like in a good way.
Yeah,
Sap, do you
Yeah,
he
but
remember?
ups the
hot-headed,
vibes.
big
He ups
time.
the vibes a lot.
You can
Do
be
you-
very hot-headed. Trust me. I've rolled with Zaki before multiple times.
Yeah.
Do you remember the like we did the criminal academy thing, and like he was helping just for day one. He was a temp student for day one, and whereas like they were supposed to go around robbing people, and everyone else is like kind of like quietly robbing G6 workers, stuff like that.
Oh God, what did you do?
Zaki just pulls up on like Lang Buddha and Luciano, fucking guns. I think ended up having to like gun down Luciano, robs Lang Buddha, and like we're all watching this and we're just like, oh shit, this escalated fast.
Oh my God, I didn't watch that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Gang, bang, bang. That's what happened.
yeah. I love when people will do stuff like that. When especially
You need
when,
it. Because the spice must flow. Without it, you don't have anything spicy, right? It becomes too stagnant. Roleplay becomes too, dare I say, boring.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who, like myself included, who kind of gets a bit scared to rock the boat, and then you have people like Zakid who loves rocking the boat, and it makes it fun. I will say it makes it really fun.
what I like about this episode of News of NoPixel, so Kimmy, you're deep in the sauce still. Peter, you're less so. What do you think it would take to bring you back in? Or like what are you planning to role play more, still taking a break, or like what do you think would bring you back in more?
For me, I'm actually trying to get back in again. It's like there are just like a lot of things competing for my attention at the same time, which is my issue.
Can I keep your attention too?
What was that?
I said, can I compete your attention too?
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard you correctly, but I wasn't sure.
Sav, are you flirting in the bro?
No,
Sav,
no. I'm asking. I'm asking
Hey,
if he's
man.
got room for me. That's all I'm asking.
No, I mean, hey, man, I'm kind of down if you're down or like whatever or something. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Let's do
roleplay
it.
later. I'll see you on the
Yeah.
server.
Yeah, I'll see you, man.
Jesus.
I engage in an amount of ERP for sure. So
I have questions about that. We'll get to that
I've
later.
never-
You're not
Yeah.
dodging that, Kimmy. So,
Never done that. I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
yeah.
so what would get you back in?
No, I think I just like need to stop being a pussy and just like log in. I just get like social, like I get the
No,
anxiety
yeah,
of
it's
not
hard.
having been on. It's like the longer, it's kind of like similar to streaming for me, where like the longer you haven't been streaming, the harder it is to go live again. Similar in that, like, oh, the longer you haven't RP'd, it's harder to get back into RP again.
So,
Yeah.
Because like I am now like not really actively in a storyline, and sometimes I'm like, oh shit, like if I go back, is it gonna be like kind of like hard for me to reintegrate myself? But at the same time, it's like, oh shit, like fucking Elden Ring DLC just came out. I'm also deep in
Yeah.
the fucking Honkai Star Rail. It's a lot. So I think if I was if I was single this wouldn't be an issue. This would not be an issue. But if I want to be a responsible partner that spends like quality time with her off stream, you know, I need to find balance in life. And unfortunately, RP is really hard to balance for me, at least, because like when I want to RP, I want to be on for like 16 hours. It's like, babe, come back to bed. Sorry, honey, I'm stuck pushing weed in fucking Sandy for 6 hours because I need to buy a moped. I just got fucking robbed by CG, and so I need to start over again. So yeah, it's hard. It's
Story
hard.
of my life.
I really do want to get back into it though. Like I fucking love RP. Like it's incredible. Honestly, one of the things I loved most about it was meeting all the new people, because even after streaming for 7 years, I feel like it's really easy to just fall into your bubble, like, of people that you're comfortable with. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like it's nice where like, oh shit, like I'm literally meeting new people every day. They're pretty cool. We're gonna play fucking Valorant off stream. I'm down. So like it's been good. It's been really good to like open up my network more and meet new people. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I've met so many people in RP, and that's been. It's also just fun to like play other games with the people that you meet in RP.
Because
And
like
then,
everyone in RP, sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna add to what you were saying that people in RP are just like all like big personalities. So it's like if you vibe with somebody in RP, then they're probably really fun, like out of RP too, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then even the other side of it is like, it's also, I actually think it's, so I can speak on this personally for like Kimmy and Peter. I think it's really fun that like friends that I've known for a long time to then role play with them in,
Yeah.
and like get their vibes. I feel like Mickey, like the character I played, Mickey, less so on that, but like I recently, when I played December, and then had to interact with Janet, who plays January Foos. That was so fucking funny. Having us have, after years of just being mean to each other on stream, we have to be nice. Siblings. Oh my God. And we're supposed to be like nice siblings to each other. Oh my God, so funny.
Still can't get over the wall in my head that you and I are supposed to be siblings. So
oh yeah, because
once we interact, it'll be better. But
yeah. Oh, it was, oh my God. Janet being like, oh, love you, big brother. I'm like, love you, little sister. Oh, it's so bad.
I'm waiting for one of you guys to like fucking do relationship RP, and it's just like the most uncomfortable shit ever. Like,
God.
Oh wait, Mickey's character's gay, right?
Mickey dates Sab's character.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Okay. Damn, I was hoping that Peter could have a try at that, but you know, maybe another time. But yeah, I was just thinking it would be really funny if like some of our close friends within the RP or like within our friend group started dating in RP, and like how like fucking I would just like think that interactions in RP would be so fucking funny.
Oh, you mean like if like me and you were to start dating in RP?
Exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that would
Yeah.
be crazy.
Just the thought of it is making my skin crawl.
I hate it. I hate it.
That would be crazy.
Because we've known each other for such a long time now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
no.
No, okay. My specific experience with this, I like Mickey for a while. I had was gay just because I also didn't want to like make certain. I was like down to do relationship RP, but I just didn't want to deal with like weird chatters and stuff like that, or like shipping.
Yeah.
And it's actually been. I actually think, and Sab, you can speak to it, but I think it's actually been really good. But oh my God, when Janet started playing on January Foos, and she would say the most unhinged shit to Mickey, like trying to get with Mickey, and I was just like, Janet, shut the fuck up. I hated it. I was like, I can't do this.
No filter at all, man.
Janet's the worst with it too. Oh my God.
When I see her flirting with all the guys, I'm just like, and like people she knows IRL, I'm just like, oh God, I don't know how you do it. I'm like fucking cringing for you. Holy shit.
I think the way you did it
easy.
The way you did it, Peter, was like with the Tilly, like the way like you had like a toxic relationship. I love those because like they're not serious, right? You know, it's a haha funny LOL, and chat is gonna love it, and it's not really serious in the day. And it's gonna end up with a breakup, right? It's a relationship set for failure in the beginning, but it's gonna be toxic and it's gonna be content.
Yeah, I wanted my and Tilly's relationship to be so clearly seen as something you do not admire or like covet. It's like we are just like screaming profanities at each other, yelling at each other, just fucking saying the worst shit about each other. Like Tilly Tilly and I RP'd a scenario in which she like put her hands on my steering wheel and crashed me like into oncoming traffic and like almost killed both of us. And like I hit her with a wrench after, and yeah, it's just like a lot. It's just that's not a relationship you want.
It's
You
a
know
car
what I mean?
crash of a
It's
relationship,
purely-
basically.
Exactly. It's like purely a funny content relationship, which made it really easy to RP out. If I try to RP out like a healthy, normal, like loving relationship, I feel like that would be weird. I don't know if I could do that. So being an asshole is actually much easier.
Speaking of relationship RP, Kimmy.
Let's
why
hear
don't
the
you-
stories.
Yeah, let's hear some stories, Kimmy.
Well, Zakita September's favorite little red flag. So I agree with Peter, where if I'm doing relationship RP, it's gonna be red flags. Like I'm not in this to be. Everyone in the server warned me about relationship RP, warned me about Zakid, how toxic he is or was or whatever his character is. And I was like, that is all music to my ears. Like, I want it to be messy. I want it to be red flags. I want it to be lighthearted and fun, and that's it. Our communication, I think communication to OOC is like really important too if you do relationship RP, just to make sure everyone's chill either way. So my experience has been good. Like at any time it gets heated in game, we'll just reach out to each other on Discord, just like, hey, just checking in, making sure everything's fine. So strangely, even though it's like really toxic in game at times, like it does feel like just like a really fun, like healthy content thing that we're doing right now.
Yeah. It's funny how that works too. Like
Yeah.
me, or Peener and Tilly are fucking screaming at each other and demeaning each other. And then like after we get hop off, I like we message each other. Hey, everything was okay today, right? Like when I called you
Yeah.
a stupid fucking cunt, like you, like, you know that, like, this is all within the realm of like this is okay, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, I love when you called me a stupid fucking cunt. That was great. Was it okay when I called you a small dick bald bitch? And I was like, yeah, that was great. I love when you did that. Yeah, it's funny. We're so
Yeah.
making sure that we're saying
Yeah.
everything within each other's boundaries after.
Yeah.
It's like, in a way,
That
it's
is
like
very
hella-
important.
It's
Yeah.
like it's like weirdly wholesome in a way.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so fun.
Yeah, checking on people's boundaries is very important in roleplay because sometimes you might come off a certain way, you don't know what they're going through. So it's good. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think messaging. I think it just should be something that's just encouraged way more. Is just Discord messaging people, checking in on
100%.
vibes of stuff. Because yeah, like you
But
just never know.
It's like crazy though, because like when I'm actually RPing September, like I can feel that she has feelings for this guy. It's like crazy. But then like out of RP, like OOC, like I can tell like a clear distinction between me and my character. I just think, is that only me? Do you guys like feel that too when you guys RP? You guys like feel a certain way towards like, it's like you feel empathy towards your character when you're RPing your character.
Yeah, because of course, the story. If you take
Yeah.
yourself away from it and you look at it from a third perspective, yeah, definitely. I've done that before.
Yeah, right? It's like because of the scenario within the game, you can't help but like feel these emotions for your character.
I see where you're coming from, but my character is like an emotionally selfish, dense, dumbass bitch. So it's kind of like he just does everything for himself and like doesn't think about the consequences. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to
perfect.
empathize with this guy. That's perfect. Yeah.
You can just stroke your ego every single time.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything is everyone else's fault except for him.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that for him.
No, I was thinking about Kimmy. I think it's a good point. Like, I think actresses and actors have talked about this, where it's like, it's like when I am this character, when I'm like really locked in as a character, I am in love with this person, and I actually feel the feelings of love. And then they like step out of the scene, and like, wait, whoa.
Yeah.
Like
It
that
has
was-
to be, right? How do you immerse yourself in that situation? How do you feel
Yeah.
true feelings for that person and roleplay that character out, right?
Yeah.
So
I
you and
don't-
Sab, huh?
Okay, I don't think I've
Well,
ever
there's
actually.
no sexual attention.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually felt that with like relationships. I think an example of where I felt it was actually when Ray on Raymond was like telling Mickey about like getting attacked by Bon Bon. And I remember like, and she was also like alting like plus 100 acting herself. And I remember being like, I didn't fuck with I didn't fuck with this guy. I was like, yo, fuck this guy. But I don't think it was me. It was like Mickey felt that. And then there was like this cold scene in the tunnel, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. And I remember like after I was done showing, I'm like, damn, I felt like hatred towards that. Like, but I felt it as Mickey, right? And like, and I think it's like it's that weird snap out of it when like I'm not streaming, I'm like sitting in my coffee, I'm like, shit, I felt that.
Wait, actually, I do remember kind of feeling that way when I got a call saying that. Okay, this is very specific, but I got a call.
Ooh, somebody's calling you.
My bad. That was my feed the cat food alarm, which I'll do right after this. Yeah, what I got a call saying that Twinkles was shot and put in like urgent care or like the
ICU.
intensive care or the ICU. Yeah, and I remember going in and then like there was people in chat were saying like, oh, like he might actually perma here. We don't know. Like he might fucking die. So like I remember feeling a rage in as my character because in the game, Peener and Twinkles are like blood brothers. So like I kind of get that. I understand it. But yeah, I mean, I remember watching the clips from like the Bon and Ray, like that, like confrontation, and holy shit, people were like RPing their fucking asses off. That was crazy. Meanwhile, I'm just like making like genitalia jokes at fucking Senor Buns, you know? So.
Yeah, but believe it or not, your roleplay is needed. I know it sounds really crazy, but you need all that flavor, right? You need the serious, you need the silly, you need the semi-serious, because that's what makes NoPixel, in my opinion, unique. Is you have all these kind of RP styles in one place.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if every arc in NoPixel was like, you know, it's a big one right now, but like the like Chatterbox Raymond arc, I feel like if every arc was like that, we'd all just have depression. So like
exactly. Yeah, it'd be a roller coaster too much.
Yeah, I'd like we would like it's like we need some space, you know. We can't like not every arc can be like that. Or
yeah,
just...
yeah, exactly right.
I was gonna ask the two of you, this is one of my favorite questions to ask for our noobs of NoPixel. Who is someone where like maybe you've seen a clip or you've ran into them briefly in the server or for whatever reason where you're like, damn, I really wish I could RP with them more, or like, or maybe you just really like their RP style. Someone who you don't RP with. You wish you could RP with more.
This is kind of a cheat of an answer, but I'm gonna say Elsie. Like I feel like when I RP with her, it's in very specific scenarios, and we don't really do too much too often. But like I've always wanted to do like more interesting or dynamic scenarios with her because I think she's really sweet and really funny, and also her laugh is just like my favorite laugh in NoPixel. Like actually, so yeah, I would say that we have interacted a fair amount in the game, but like not as much as I would hope. Like I guess I just want more because I feel like the scenarios we used to RP in is mostly just like G6ing, and yeah, I think like more opportunities to RP with her would be really cool.
She just got Prio, by the way.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
congratulations to her. That was really cool.
Deserved. So deserved. Yeah, Elle and Peener are some of my favorite interactions. You guys have me cracking up all the time.
Yeah, it's been good. I think she's great.
What about you, Kimmy? Who's someone where you're like, damn, like I wish I could RP with this person more, or like, or you're just like impressed by their RP?
I feel like I'm preaching to the choir here, but like I haven't had a bad interaction with the CG people yet. Like each individual person is like such a character, and I love how they just roll with the punches. A lot of respect for Mr. K, who literally just like goes through with any RP scenario. Like I'd say one of my biggest icks is when somebody just shuts down RP in like an unfun way. Like I hate that. It's just like not the vibe, but like Mr. K never does that. So a lot of respect for him. I don't know. Pigeon also, I haven't interacted with him much. Definitely want to talk to him more. He's so much fun. And other than that, I just want to meet more people because like I am a little bit like shy / reserved. So I wait till people kind of come to me more in GTA. So I want to branch out more for sure. So yeah, I can only go off of like people who kind of have already come to me a bit more.
I would think that I've said this before, I think, but I think you guys are also coming at a time where in 4.0, you know, and it changes, right? Like depending on what time of RP it was, but I think in 4.0, I would say that Mr. K or like Kevin on Mr. K, like as an individual, has probably created the most RP for people, and like the most like for like, and like not just like, oh, this is a good storyline, but like just has involved the most number of people in storylines. Yeah, I don't know, that whole the whole like the whole shooting of the council thing like created that has created just created ripples of
RP.
Yeah, it was actually wild. What they've sort of
the
done.
whole city involved somehow.
What about you, Sab? Who's someone where you're like, man, I wish I could role play with this person more.
Oh, you're gonna make me offend people. I can't say it.
No, say it.
I can't say it
because you're a veteran. No, I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm a veteran. That's the problem.
Yeah, but now I want to hear. I'll give my answer. You give yours.
Wait, people would be offended by you saying who you want to RP with the more?
I just don't want to offend people. That's all. You know, there's a lot of really talented role players in the server, and people that there's so many to pick from that I feel like I would offend by picking one person. That's all.
Yeah. I'm also gonna teach you guys a trick. Maybe you guys have encountered this in your chats. I don't like to role play. I like to talk about role play. That's why I made the podcast. But anytime I'll always be like, yo, Whippy on Dundee is such a fucking good getaway driver. I love him. And then immediately chat's like, but what about Suarez? What about Tony? What about Goofy? And then it's like, oh my God. So you mention one person, it's like chat's just immediately just like, oh, but what about this person too? It's always the what about. Anyways, Tab, you have to name it. Come on. I don't care.
Honestly, I think I have to agree with Chad on this one. This is somebody who I really respect their RP. They put a lot of blood and sweat and tears into it. His Forehead. I don't see him. I'm NA, he's EU. But he's one of probably the few guys on the Crim side in EU that puts a lot of effort into their RP. And does not care about the W or L, just wants to have a good time. Like you could tell, his roleplay is all about having a good time. They'll take the biggest L and just laugh with it and make it into comedy and have fun with it. And that to me is my favorite thing because it's all about the vibes. If the vibes are good, we can keep going. If the vibes are bad, it falls apart.
Yeah, I think my answer would either be Forehead or Kimmy mentioned Capped on Pigeon. Ever since I met,
Bro, he's just so fun.
I remember first meeting Pigeon did this like drop for guns for like, it was me and Buddha in like 3.0, and he we're in the middle of the ocean and he parachutes in to drop off our guns. I'm like, I fuck with this guy. Also because Capped on Pigeon holds the best take to this day. He had it in 3.0 and he still holds it. We don't fuck with the wingsuits. We fuck with parachutes. The wingsuits were so Peter, Kimmy, you guys didn't see this in 3.0. There's these stupid wingsuits that they just like broke my immersion because you're basically could just fly.
Buzz Lightyear shit.
Yeah, it was Buzz Lightyear. You could just fly through the city. They looked kind of dorky and you could kind of just fly through the city. There's parachutes. Parachutes were like some immersive shit when you were like parachuting in somewhere. And that's how I know
of the gliders. One time I was just minding my own business, patrolling near Burger Shot. Not even seen Buns, Burger Shot 3.0. And you see 6 birds flying through and his players, and they're going up and down like crazy. I'm like, what is going on? And it's just funny. It's just fun seeing that randomly. I don't know.
I can't wait till like more crazy stuff like that gets implemented.
Yeah, I'm surprised. They've been pretty slow with a lot of the stuff.
I'm excited to try fishing. I heard that was added since I took a break.
Oh yeah.
It's a new money making thing.
Yeah, another thing that you can get robbed doing too.
Okay, I have a fun question for you guys. You're forced to make a second character. What would you make? Not saying you should do this, but I'm just saying you're forced to. Like, give me the pitch of what you'd want to do with a different character.
I would try to be a cop.
Ooh.
I would try to be a cop because I want to see how involved the process is, and I want to see how badly I would do during like the cadet training exam thing. Because I think that would be fucking funny. I want to be like a bumbling shitty cop, but I also wonder if sometimes that like just would make RP worse, if that makes sense.
I think you can start off as a shitty cop. I think you can start off as a very green character as a cop, and over time get a little bit better and have a baseline to where like you're not too shit, right? Because it affects too much role play as a cop.
Right.
Because you have so much power over people, right? You want to have a baseline to where like it doesn't affect too much, but you could be a character.
Okay. Yeah.
You'd have good aim. They need that.
Maybe.
Kimmy, you should also do the same thing. You should try to make a cop character and just get that perspective.
Like I was gonna say I felt bad piggybacking off of Peter's answer, but like when he said that, I'm like, yeah, if I made another character, I'd want it to probably be a cop because cops just know the city and the game so well. I also feel like you either go one of two directions. You become like a criminal or you become a cop. End game, right? Well, of course there's other options, but like in my brain that makes sense. And I don't know, like September doesn't even have a speeding ticket right now. So like I sometimes think I'm like, should I like look into being a cop? Like, I don't know. But then
I mean, you
there's
could
like,
pull it off if you have no record.
You could be the first foos cop.
I could
Let's join the academy
technically
together.
That would be one hell of a
technically,
storyline.
yeah, I could technically
actually-
still do it.
I technically don't have a felony either yet. Somehow, I
Really?
don't know how. Yeah, I don't. So it's possible.
But
There you go. You still can
it
pull it off.
sounds
Can you
really hard.
imagine arresting your own family members?
I would love to. That would
That would
be
be great.
so fun if I arrested January. Oh my god.
And like I said, it doesn't have to be a permanent thing. You could always get
Yeah.
fired. Like God forbid something happens. You go back to do whatever you're doing before, right? So it's not like a permanent thing you're stuck on. It's just an arc you're on.
Mm-hmm. Is it hard to be a cop though? Like, what's the process like?
It can be challenging, but like I said, if you come in and there's a lot of people willing to be very patient and teach you a lot of things, and there's a lot of veteran role players in the PD who will pull you aside and make sure that you're getting the process slowly. That way, you're not being thrown to the sharks.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Peter, let's talk about it.
Mm.
Or you guys make new characters that are cops. You'd always make new.
We
Man,
could.
True.
What, Seb? What am I
Actually,
gonna
I
get?
think
What am I gonna get people making new characters? By the way,
I love people. When I made a new character for a cop, so yeah, for sure.
I did in 4.0, and I think I made too many characters. I can't play them. I like just can't play them all.
It's just the problem is like, and this is just the main point. I'm not trying to say anything bad about anybody. It's just RP has become mainstream, and when RP becomes mainstream, it becomes a job to people, and it becomes content, and people are afraid to leave their comfort zone or bubble because that's what they know, and that's what their viewership know, and as a result, it's hard for people to pivot.
I can see that.
I
I
think.
always wondered. Oh,
Go ahead,
sorry.
Peter.
I was just like wondering how like veteran RPers felt about like variety streamers who would play RP a lot, like 2 or 3 months at a time, and then like completely drop off and then come back like 2 or 3 months later. Like, did people feel like resentment towards these other creators just because they would have like major storylines, and then like just because they didn't really feel like it anymore or had other games they wanted to stream, would they feel like a little resentful? I always was worried about that because I don't want to involve myself too much in other people's storylines in the off chance that like, oh, like I got busy with something, or oh, I kind of just lost interest, or oh, like it's like life got in the way, so
That's a really good question, and actually, we actually talked about it on the previous episode. Where can we find that, Blau?
Oh my god, I'm so happy you did that. You did the shot. That's right. You can find the previous episode on Roleplay Podcast. That's on search on YouTube, Roleplay Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all of your favorite podcasting platforms. Thank you so much. Continue, Seb.
wow.
So, from my perspective, I love when people come from outside roleplay and roleplay. It's almost like injection of new blood into old blood, and you need that. So, for me, I don't see an issue because I like when people come and go, and it's just reality things, right? Some people, for them, roleplay is not permanent. They come and go, and that's just how it is, right? So, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better because in a perfect world, I would love to do what Saikuno does, where he like plays variety like 3 to 4 hours a day, but then also fits in like 2 to 3 to 4 hours of like other games also. But I think lately with me trying to balance like my work-life balance a little better now, it's harder to do that. So having to like, I ended like devoting the majority of my stream to like one game, and for me it felt bad going from like RP one day, different game another day, RP next day, like breaking it up into different games throughout the same like the week, or like same within a certain time period, if that makes sense. So, or like that felt like weird to me, I guess.
No, it's not weird at all. I mean, like I said, come and go as you please. For me, I love when people come back. Hell, when you come back, you might even feel rejuvenated, fresh, got new creative ideas you want to try out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's Peter. That's all. I would just take. I just take long hiatuses from RP, and what I used to do is I'd come back on Mickey and then just fuck shit up and then leave again like a week later. Now my new thing is I just come back with like I take a break from RP and I just come back with a new character and just run an arc on that character.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe
But
I'll
you can do it with the
I'll
same
push it
character
up.
too. You can do it either way.
I was actually thinking that if I were to make a cop character, I would consider doing it on a brand new character because
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, I think that would be the way I would go about it.
The
And
I
one
just
cop is really good too as well to like pop in every now and then too, right?
But how would that work though? Because how would you make a character just to be a cop when like your character has no reputation in the city, completely new? Like how would a new character get even into the PD?
Or you roleplay your way into it, right? So
Okay,
you'd have
okay,
a you
so
you'd come in with like a backstory, and you come into the to server. You could roleplay with people at the beginning. You don't have to go from like make the character down to Mission PD. You could do the in
Mhm,
between, right? And it's probably recommend do that. That way,
mhm.
whenever you are a cop, you have connections or relationships outside the PD.
Got it. So you still RP your way,
yeah,
but your goal is to be a cop.
yeah, I made a character that's goal is to be a cop. So like that, and that character, I'm doing the academy this week, and like that character is like was made to be a cop.
Mm.
Yeah, I just want to try the academy process at least. I think that would be fun.
I think it'd be fun to try the academy and then fail it. Like fuck it, fail the police academy would also be fun.
Fully expect to go into like the training and like just do the absolute best job I can at failing it, just to see how it go.
Yeah, it's always cop's always interesting because it's like you want to have a character that does things unique to the character, but then you also have to follow like pretty strict rules. Yeah,
Yeah,
that are like that are like actually server rules. Like cop is it's a whitelisted position, right? Like you do have to follow certain rules. And it's not that like you'll get banned from the servers. Like you'll just lose the ability to be cop.
Yep. Okay. Do you guys have any ideas for like new characters coming up at all? Like I know Blau makes a fuck
I'm gonna make a
ton
new
of-
character. Well, I have a new character actually. Oh no, I'm gonna use my old character. I do apologize. I'm gonna turn my crim character into a serial killer. That's what I want to do. I want to play a serial killer that lives in Los Santos and has an everyday job and is there present, right? Like you don't expect that person flipping your burgers to be the guy that throws a knife in your neck, right? I want to bring that back a little bit, right? I want people to have that like, okay, this guy's friendly. They go out to the park with him and they don't come back. They're fucking dead in the ditch, Like I want to be that character to add a little bit of suspense. Like, hey, you shouldn't trust random strangers. And if you do, you might not come back from it.
Wait,
Oh,
can't
shit.
like only admins make like serial killers too?
Right now it's like staff approved because in the past, in 3.0 especially, there was a lot of instances where people would just make a lot of serial killer
Yeah.
characters and not have like really an ending. So it was like this person was constantly killing people, but there's no end to the killing. And it's like, how do you stop somebody? Because all you're responding to is locals that are showing up, right? So you have a victim, but it's not a player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like a few things that they're kind of like strict on, like if you can make those sorts of characters or not.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. When locals die, are the PD alerted?
Yes, but I mean, right now, the way the laws are in the cities, locals' lives don't matter.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. There was one time where I ended up at the airport without a car, and I was waiting for someone to pick me up. So I ended up just like fucking murdering like 40 locals just to see.
So
Just to
you would get
see.
like reckless driving or something like that, but we don't charge you with like all the murder like locals. Like your
Oh, okay.
actions, what you did was pretty reckless because regardless, right? You're on the road, but I wouldn't charge you for the locals you hurt.
Oh no, I was like, I pulled out my wrench and fucking wrenched like 40 locals in a row.
You'd get charged like
That's what
disturbing the
serial
peace,
Yeah.
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 I see. Okay, got it.
Or like assault.
I made sure that I was not like in the presence of other players. But yeah, like I remember my chat told me like, oh, the PD get alerted. I was like, do they? So I kind of
Yeah, we get those ping, 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 assault with deadly weapon.
yeah,
Somebody's got attacked.
I basically tried to push the limit and see, but like no one showed up, and I was like, oh, like either they don't get alerted or I am so like out of the way that the PD are like, fuck it, who cares? So I guess
No, we were probably busy. I can't tell you how much crime happens on the server to where we need almost 30 cops on duty every single day to even manage calls.
Wow.
Yeah. If you
I
don't,
did not realize that. Wow.
you get buried. There's a lot going on, and then you can only handle one thing at a time because of just the magnitude of people involved, and it can escalate. And then once it turns to a shootout, that means the whole entire police department needs to come down and stop it, and it can snowball into something larger than life.
Okay, well, I got away with the airport massacre of 2024, so let it be known.
How
I
you
still
feel?
Amazing. It was great. One guy almost fucking killed me though, I will say, because I kept missing and then he fucking punched me in the head. I almost got knocked out. But other than that, it was felt pretty good.
I will say that is something that like I'm kind of hopeful that like the future. This is like my one. I have a question for you guys. For Kimmy and Peter? What do you guys both want to see? Like, we're halfway through the year. It's gonna be the next half of 2024. What do you want to see in NoPixel? For the future of roleplay. For me, as an example, I want the cop presence of 3.0, of like early 3.0. What I mean by that is like, there were other issues with it, but like I think one of my biggest stresses, or like not stresses, like maybe biggest critiques of 4.0 is like I just feel like the cops don't exist really. Sorry, Sab. I'm just being honest. Like they do.
No,
but
no,
you know
no,
what I mean,
no.
Sab. It's like
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
they're not. It's not the same level.
The
of
presence is
fear.
not as there as it used to be. Right.
Yeah.
100%. No, I agree with you.
Like more of a threat.
More of
Yeah.
just coverage and presence is the most important thing. Just being around is huge presence. Just being in the world, being in a place where you see a cop car and a cop, that by itself is presence, right? So just having that element is what we need.
Yeah, I don't think I remember like some of my all-time favorite moments in 3.0 were traffic stops, and I just feel like I never get stopped for traffic stuff anymore.
I haven't gotten pulled over once in 4.0, but I remember in my short time in 3.0, I got pulled over like 4 times. So I would like more of that, because every time I got pulled over in 3.0, it was a great experience because I was able to RP my way out of it. Really enjoyed that. But yeah, in 4.0, I would sometimes run red lights next to cops just so that they would pull me over, just so we could have some sort of forced interaction. But
Right.
generally speaking, they tend to like not notice, or they would let me off. So yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
like
they
I
just
said,
need
I
more
mean,
numbers.
yeah, more numbers, because you have more numbers. I can take my time at the traffic stop. I don't have to go from like, point A to point B, go different places, right? I can just sit there and just focus on roleplay in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's mine. So now, Kimmy, Peter, I'm curious, what, like, thinking big, like next 6 months, what do you guys want to see in NoPixel? Or like, what are you excited for?
I'm actually not really sure. I've never really followed like the development of NoPixel or like plans in the pipeline. I think having more immersive activities is always great. Like I haven't tried fishing yet, but fishing sounds fun. I've always thought the idea of like more mini games within the world of NoPixel would be fun, because like I genuinely like hacking or like crime, because crime has the most mini game stuff, if that makes sense. So that has always been fun to me. I wish there was more like mini game style activities in non crime, so there isn't as much pressure necessarily, because like even like cooking, if there was like a mini game for cooking, like a mini cooking mama, that would be hella fun. But like I get the most fun from doing crime, like the hacks where like you're chopping or you're roof running. Like I would like more of that kind of immersion in non-crim activity, if I were to want something. So yeah, pretty much that.
Nightlife in Los Santos is definitely missing. We need more activities that do not require PvP, and like always trying to like fight somebody. Hell, playing tennis, playing basketball, things like that. We can have conversation, talk about role play, but you're also busy doing something. You're not standing around doing nothing.
Yeah, I heard there used to be like paintballing in NoPixel. I don't know if is that true?
That's
It
right.
was.
In 3.0, yeah. You're talking to the champ right here.
Yeah, that would be great. Like I would love more like PvP that wasn't actually like killing. Like it would be great. Like imagine if you and some buddies like put like money down again in a paintball battle or something. Like that would be fucking sick.
Golf would be great. Just civ mini games, things like that, where we can just like distract ourselves with something, but it's not always against each other in a way to where like you're losing something, right? If anything, it's just competitive and fun.
Yeah.
I'd
That's
say
pretty
like
much it.
I think it's already more ways to express ourselves, because I think self-expression brings so much natural role play without having to actually like talk, like what you wear, how your house looks like, customizations. I think the game already does a good job at it for the most part, but then you also see like like 20 people looking very similar because it's like the same article of clothing is like looks good on everyone, right?
Right, right.
So I just say like, yeah, just more ways to express ourselves, more good options in the shop, even if it means like I'm down for paywall. I'm totally down to support NoPixel, pay more for like cuter clothes. Um,
Bro, Kimmy is ready to swipe.
I'm ready to swipe. I need my cash shop. I don't know. It
Maple
just
story in her.
you know it. So yeah, I'd say I don't know. Peter and I love MMO, so maybe this is kind of like where our ideas are coming from too. Um,
I was gonna say props to NoPixel because I feel like a lot of people look the same because everyone's using the new NoPixel assets because like, dude, all of my characters are like running like almost the same or very similar hairstyles because all of the other old hair looks so bad.
so
Like
bad.
all the new hair. Oh damn! Look at little Sam.
No,
Okay.
no, hold on. No,
okay.
hold on. This is not to show the clothing. I just want the emote where I can put my hands in my pockets like this. Walk around.
Oh, I thought you were trying to flex.
No, that's
Same,
all I
same.
want. How much should we? I just want to put my hands in my pockets when I'm walking around. That's it.
Well, all I know is there was. Sab, what can you answer something that maybe maybe staff won't let you tell us about? What happened to Embrace 3?
People got banned.
I have a question. Was it for ERP or for abusing the glitch?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. That would be like a deaf question.
Okay.
Wait, what's Embrace 3?
It's when you kiss.
No, it's not a kiss. It's Leslie. I think Leslie was the one who really popularized it. She would do it on April. And it's like a very ERP emo where like it's the one where you're like kind of like dancing, but as one character is walking away, they like slap the ass of the other. And it became a whole like thing, and everyone was using Embrace 3. But I think. Oh wait, was it Embrace 2? Oh no, not 3.
It was. Yeah, Embrace 2. Embrace 2.
It was
is not
Embrace
3,
2.
right?
Sorry, my bad. It was Embrace 2.
Embrace 1 is when you hug each other, right? It's like when you hold hands.
But then the other thing, I think people thought maybe they removed Embrace 2 because sometimes it would teleport you places. And so maybe people were trying to like which is always funny to me that there might be people trying to like abuse like an emote in game to like get somewhere, but they have to like ERP with someone to like do it. I just find that funny.
I think I remember Ellum tried to make me Embrace 2 and fall off the ledge somewhere, but then he ended up fucking it up and he was the one that fell off the ledge. I'm pretty sure I remember that. So
That's
it's
funny.
like a very
Ellum.
long emote, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because you walk away, you smack the
Yeah.
ass and walk away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember.
I like that. There's so more ways to just sort of express the character in like kind of a unique way.
Yeah. We need like 50 different good hairstyles for guys and girls.
100%.
We need like 100 different good clothing articles for guys and girls, kind of thing. I'll be on the design team. I have a lot of MapleStory experience of Korean cash shop items.
Yeah, can we just like
hit me up.
collab with other IPs? Can we do NoPixel X Final Fantasy or something? Just get a bunch of fucking anime hair, you know?
Ooh,
Yeah,
we need
this would
license
be
agreement.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no for the licensing stuff. But Kim, listen, NoPixel dev team, Sab, let them know. Kimmy's looking to do
Let 'em
some
know.
clothing for them. Random question. On that note, I know you both play. How do you guys feel about the $500 League of Legends skin?
Huh?
You know,
about
in
that. Our
another
skin?
world, I would have bought that skin. In another world.
There's a $500. Yeah, Kimmy, look it up. It's a Ari skin.
It's a $500 Ari skin. To be fair though, not to be fair, I shouldn't try to justify it, but like it's not just
Well,
the skin.
You could justify it, right? Buy it, use it on stream, tax write-off.
Yeah.
True weekend.
Yeah, if I was still a League of Legends streamer, I would do that. I would buy it.
$500 is that the most expensive? No, there has to be more expensive cosmetic shit.
Well, there's like aftermarket league. Like there's league accounts that have certain really rare skins that people pay thousands of dollars for the account to have that skin.
Like the pack skins.
Yeah, there's like some PAX ones, some like OG ones, and people will pay a lot of money for the accounts that have those. But as far as like sold by Riot, it's the most expensive.
I see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, EVE Online is just another level, just disgusting when it comes to microtransactions.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's that. There's fucking Star Citizen.
Oh yeah, that too. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I play gacha games, so like there was a period of time where I would drop like.
You're a degenerate spender.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Peter,
Not
you had
anymore.
a problem.
I did, but not anymore. I am fully reined in now. But yeah, I used to be a whale in Genshin Impact. It was bad.
Peter,
But I've changed.
do you know what's funny? Because I asked this question. I have an actual role play reason to follow it up that I want to ask Kimmy about. But there was like an XQC clip about this where he's talking about like how like fucked up and degenerate it is. They're trying to like test how much people spend. A lot of free to play games are based off of I don't know, it's like pseudo socialism kind of, where it's like basically a bunch of people play the games for free, and then there's like a small percentage of the population that spends a fuck ton of money that basically subsidize the game for everyone else. Like it's not an even spread of like spenders.
Oh, yeah.
101.
You're right. Fuck you, Genshin Impact players. I keep the game free for you motherfuckers. You're
true.
welcome.
Yeah, Peter's just
True.
getting taxed to keep the game free.
Exactly. I spend because I care. So when are they adding gacha to NoPixel?
Oh my god, you would lose your. I don't know if that's good for you.
Bro, honestly, if they had like a gacha machine that just sold like collectible trinkets that had no value whatsoever, I would spend like, imagine there's like a series of like collectible like figures based off of like, I don't know, like shit in the city that's popular, and you could collect them all, and they have like limited run series, and literally collecting them just like the burger shot. No, wait, no. What was it?
Yeah.
Roosters Rest?
It was,
I think
it was all restaurants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
toys.
Yeah. Dude.
And there's the NoPixel trading cards.
Wait, do we have any of that in 4.0?
No.
No. That's all coming with the business stuff.
Oh no.
This is rough.
All right, I'm coming back.
Was that
I'm coming
was
back
that a
full
leak?
time.
No, I mean, just a matter of just businesses popping up, right? And things happening, right?
Oh yeah, businesses can create like gotcha aspects, right?
I'm just saying, bro, if NoPixel is like, hey, if you spend 1,000 real life dollars, we'll give you $1,000 in game. There's people who would pay that.
Yeah.
$1,000 no pixel? No,
That's
Don't
nothing,
do
though.
that. Don't do that. That jeopardizes. But okay, now here's where I actually want to go with all this for Kimmy. What about like a world where, you know, whether it's like NoPixel 4.0 or like we're in NoPixel 6.0 in GTA 6 or something? Like, what about a world where like digital cosmetics, like the clothing options you have, are like priced similar to like actual clothing, but like, you know, would you pay for that?
If it was like really special to the character, I would. It's
I mean,
kind
would
of
you
like
spend $45 for a cute crop top IRL?
okay. I was thinking like 1999.
$45.
IRL.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, probably, yeah, but like, it's kind of similar to MapleStory, right? It's like each article of clothing is like a few dollars, like upwards like $5 if you want it to be permanent. I feel like, I don't want to. I hate encouraging stuff like this, but like, I would swipe. I don't know about everyone else, but I would keep the game free for everyone else. Get on my back, everyone, for the aesthetic. I would do it.
I think we're entering a world, and let me cook here, but like, okay, guys, it's 2030. Okay, we're in 2030. We're deep into NoPixel 7.0 on GTA 6, right? And people at this point are basically, okay, you have like your sleeping hours and your waking hours, and the vast majority of people are spending the majority of their time in like GTA metaverses. Why would they not spend money in like in a similar way that you spend money for your like your clothes in real life, right? Like, what if like we live in like these little like apartment pods, and we just wear like generic comfy sweatpants and sweatshirt, and we have like our closets just lined with identical ones, and we never go outside. But going outside is where we go outside in this video game, and that's where our clothing and fashion is.
Yeah, actually.
I can definitely see that where like reality is not as important as virtual reality.
Wait, you're right, Blau. Why should I save money? I should spend more money on gacha games. You're absolutely right. You make an excellent point. No more savings. Only spending on 2D waifus. Thank you, man. I've seen the light.
There you go.
I think that's the world we're actually going to.
100%.
Hey, man, if it's like a Black Mirror episode, count me in.
Well, it's just like, well, think about it this way. Like, why do you not just wear comfy sweatpants and a sweatshirt every day? Like, why do you wear other things, even if it's like an accessory? Like, why?
You'll look good.
Yeah,
You feel good?
self-expression.
Okay. So now, if when you're awake, you spend the majority of your time like at a computer or a console or your phone, and most of your time is spent digitally as opposed to IRL, why would you not express yourself there?
And that's why we do. Maple Story.
That's why I spend the money on cosmetics in Maple Story.
That's right.
Oh my god, then you can get like limited edition cosmetics, gotcha cosmetics. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
battle
oh my
passes,
God.
premium currency.
I got you hooked. It's over.
Yeah. I've got like 6 active battle passes right now.
I'm just saying NoPixel has a crazy monetization opportunity, Sam.
Yeah, it does. It
Well, you gotta
really does.
You gotta be careful though, because like, you don't want to go out of bounds where Rockstar's gotta be like, hey, you can't do that.
You should
Oh,
just
you
let
mean in
businesses advertise
4.0?
in game.
Right, because like, licensing and copyright and all that,
That's always a weird one. Like, how would McDonald's advertise in GTA when like Burger Shot exists in GTA,
Mhm.
Right, but I mean, why can't they have the same billboard you see on the highway in real life in Los Santos? Right? It's gonna do the same thing anyways. You see that? Like, oh, McDonald's, $5 meal. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get that tonight.
Bro, dude, if I was playing GTA and like I'm hungry and I see like a thing for like some
DoorDash,
food,
right?
I'm grabbing my Uber Eats. I'm ordering that
Right.
shit.
Or imagine like where you take your phone and you scan the billboard with it, and it DoorDash is like the meal for you, and then you're good, and I'll be here in 5 minutes.
Damn.
You're always like in the virtual world. You never leave it. Everything's just made so easy, and it gets better and better and better.
Oh my
That
god.
would be
And
crazy.
you're in the GTA virtual world, driving around, like driving to your virtual job at Senior Buns, and you're like, "Ah, fuck, I'm bored. I gotta put on a podcast. And the roleplay podcast is in the world of GTA. And you're listening to a real podcast in the virtual world that's talking about said virtual world that you're in.
Oh my god, you could host your podcast in GTA.
True.
Wait, yeah. What's
Wait,
stopping you?
what's stopping you?
You should
Sab.
you should do a podcast
Yeah.
of like the role players and
because-
also podcast the characters.
Sab,
That's
I have
because
I have the character
break-
Nathan Blau.
Well, you do, right? We
Oh
break
my
character a
God.
lot on the podcast. I promise. It's gonna sound weird to people. Like, what is OOC? What is
Well,
in character?
Well, Sab, what if we did an in-character version of the roleplay podcast?
Now you're thinking. Now you're
An
cooking.
in-character version of the roleplay podcast. Wow.
And we keep it entirely in character. So here's the idea: we keep entirely in
No.
character.
I haven't. I haven't yet. You
Okay, go.
make bunch of normies that react to events that happen in Los Santos as podcasters, right? They're just regular people, locals that live in the city, and they're reacting to what's happening. It could be like Chang'an destroying the city hall. You're like, listen, man. Hey, Jamie, pull it up. Do you see where Chang'an shot? The mayor. Let's watch it, right? Like crazy shit like that, right?
Yeah, or I was gonna say you could even bring in the other characters, but then instead of talking about the role player as that character, you just strictly talk about the character in their life, right? So then, so you could
True.
also do it where it's like, you're podcasting in Los Santos, and then it's like, yo, like today on our episode we have, I don't know, Maximilian Thoroughbred. Like, Max, how'd you become the mayor, right? And it's like,
Right. Like the story, behind it.
Oh my god. Wait,
chat,
that
that's
would be
why I'm
so
pleased to
good.
announce a special roleplay podcast episode that's going to be coming up where we are going to do the roleplay podcast in character with my Nathan Blau character and Sabby need to make a Sab.
I'll
It's
make
just you.
myself.
Okay.
I've never done a self insert before.
Wait, that would be
So,
so good.
okay.
I'll mix them
figure it out. And the guest on the podcast has to it's completely whoever we get that day. That's our stream that day as we go in as to go podcast in Los Santos. There you go.
I'm down. Hey, we can mix it up. Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Kimmy, Peter, final question before we get you guys out of here because we've had you here long enough. Give me a role play hot. Sab's gonna be mad about this. Give me a role play hot take. What's your role play hot take?
Hot take.
What grinds your gear? What boils your blood in
Or like,
roleplay?
what's something that you'd say that you know, like the chatters will oop to? They'll give you a little.
I think Tilly Winters is a bitch. Fuck you, Tilly Winters. You cunt. I hope you burn in hell. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's not a hot take.
Fuck, man. I don't know. I don't really have one. I feel like I haven't been in the server to like really have any like hot takes yet. Everyone's been really chill, really cool. I've only had like very few interactions that were like not, I guess, like favorable, maybe I would say, or like it was like the interactions were really flat, but like that, I mean, I don't know, that's just my own opinion. Yeah, I don't know, generally speaking, I think it's been pretty good. So I think I would like the PD to be more threatening though. I would like to have more cool, interesting interactions with PD. Maybe that's my hottest take, but like I don't even know that's a hot take.
No, I think that's fair.
You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimmy's cooking something.
She's thinking about it.
Kimmy's
She's
about to
thinking
get
about it right now.
clipped.
I'm just thinking about like what like a hot. There are some things that I could say, but like I don't actually mean them. You know what I mean? Like I could say it for the clip, but I'm not gonna actually mean it. So I don't want to just say things. Just
Say it. Say it. We won't
Say it
clip
for
it.
the
I
clip.
promise.
I'm a pussy.
No,
I'm
dude,
kidding.
Kimmy saying "fuck CG." CG's dog shit. Those are Kimmy's words, by the way. Kimmy said those words. I can't believe you would say that.
What?
For real, on God.
Damn, I didn't know. That was
That's
Peter. That was Peter.
crazy.
Peter said that. Oh
Crazy
my
you say
god,
that,
that was
Kimmy.
Peter.
D-face, Kimmy.
Holy.
What
I think we have to do the first
man?
live ban here at Blau. Okay, get ready.
Holy
I'm down.
shit, Kimmy. That's
Kimmy,
crazy.
Kimmy, I believe. Just say the hot take with your chest, bro. Seb, I said the one a while ago where I was like, I think there should be more whitelists. I got fucking dragged for it, and guess what? There are now whitelists. I see
Nice.
them. Yeah, no one's complaining now.
Well, like it's not really okay. It's not really a hot take. It's just like some things. Like I just think that a lot of people who RP like take things too personally, take things too OOC, get too hot like headed, too much ego, bad communication, they're immature. I feel like a lot of people are very judgmental. They're very it's just like that stuff. But I don't want to name any
I
specific
completely agree. So start listing some names right
Okay.
now.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
yeah, not going to list any names or anything. And
think that's not
I'm
too hot.
also
That's fair.
guilty of like this stuff myself, so I have to check myself a lot too. So yeah, just stuff like that. But you know, as long as people just like keep it like content and you know good communication, like we're good. I think.
Why would you say that about Benji? That's so mean, dude.
How
That's
did you know I
that's
was talking
fucking-
about
Bro,
him?
Lysium
How
is-
did you know?
fucking
How did you know?
Lysium does suck. No, but like that's one where it's like it's weird, but like people get like it feels like a hot take say, but it's like, oh, like let's just role play, man. Like we're just trying to create some content. Like don't
Yeah.
fucking come after me. I'm just trying to, you know.
Yeah, it's like, you know, don't make it too serious, you know, kind of thing. Like if you actually feel some type of way, just like don't hesitate to reach out, you know, it's like not that deep. You know, so God,
Yeah, Sab.
I'm like skirting around the edges right now.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
like I said,
Why are you skirting around the edges? Just say the fucking name.
don't say
I'm
the
kidding.
name.
I'm kidding.
Don't say the name. No, I think
I
think saying the names always makes things worse, but not like, yeah, I don't think you should ever like call things out, like specific things up. I think it's
Yeah.
fine to generally be like, yo, like people probably need to like chill.
Chill.
And just be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
chill and be nicer.
You're gonna
Yeah.
message
think-
me after that, right, Kimmy? You're gonna tell me.
Yeah,
I'm
I
nosy.
got you. I got you. I got
Hell
you.
yeah, dude. Oh hell yeah. All right.
I mean, for me, it's like it's okay to get upset in the moment, but you have to be able to just regain your composure and move on, right? If you're just throwing a tantrum for like straight an hour, just nobody wants to be around that. You can get upset for like 10, 15 minutes and react to it. That's fine. It's a human thing. We all get upset. We all have a certain way we see things. I get that, but you have to move forward. And if you don't, then it just lingers and it just becomes a bigger problem for everybody around you.
Bro, also that what you just said, that's my take for like the viewers and the audience of it is like, yo man, like people everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days, you know. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm mauled when I play games, bro. I did the fucking tree
Who
sentinel
doesn't?
in Elden Ring. I
Right.
mauled it at that challenge, right? Like we get upset sometimes. Don't like don't hold it over people's head if they get like salty for like 10, 15 minutes or some shit, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
Right.
only cringe after 20 minutes. So fucking get your shit together, okay?
Give or take, yeah. That's your range for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think roleplay is always going to have that. Unfortunately, roleplay can be stressful because of just how mainstream it become. It has went from this like niche audience, like there's just everybody watches it now. And there's a lot of people that watch it. There's a lot. I went down to my barber shop, and one of the barbers that was there was a viewer of GTA 5 RP. I had no idea. I was like, what is going on? Like, people are just always watching.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I love that though. I love how big and invested the GTR community is.
Mhm.
I think like there's a very vocal minority that ruins it, but like the large majority of the community is like so invested and supportive and like engaged, and I think it's like so fun.
Love it. Okay, final question before I get you guys out of here. I know I said that was the final. You guys probably watch some RP. Who's your favorite character to watch? Who's somewhere I fucking love watching, whether it's clips,
Ooh.
streams. Who's like a character where you're like, that's the character. I love watching that shit.
I have two. So one
You do too.
is Janet, January Foos. It has to be definitely up there. And also Giga. I really like Giga. I think her
Oh
character's
yeah,
great.
Giga's fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, those would be the two off the top of my head amongst like the sea. I mean, I watch so many fucking streams at a time. So like on a given day, I'll probably change my answer. But like, yeah, those are the two off the top.
Oh, I would say, like I am like captivated whenever I watch Leslie roleplay. I don't understand how her brain works. Like it it's fascinating to me. So I just love watching Leslie's roleplay. I know she's taking a bit of a break right now, so hope she can get refreshed from that break, but I just think she's so talented. Yeah, I'd say Leslie.
We've never had Fuzzy on the podcast too, Sab.
Oh.
That's so we.
That was
Kimmy,
just your
we'll be
fault, Blau,
inviting you
come on.
back. I know.
Foos
Listen,
Fam podcast.
we are. I think we will do a Foos family podcast. I did
Oh
promise
my-
that episode at some
Oh,
point.
yes.
That's gonna be a
Yes.
spicy episode.
How many RPers are in the Foos family?
Like how
20?
many?
Like how many people play Foos family members?
Okay, so there's January, March, April, May, August, September, October soon, and December.
Are those all played by different people?
March and August are the same person, right?
Burn plays
Burn.
August and March. And to be fair about like the Foozes, is like there's only like 3 that are what you would consider like main characters. The others are like side characters.
Okay.
Like me, Janet, and April are the only ones who like our main
Consistent.
characters are Foos right now.
I see. Okay. That is a lot. That is a lot.
There's 12 of us.
Yeah.
A couple open spots though.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is through all of my questions. Kimmy, Peter, how is it being on the roleplay podcast?
It was great. Thanks for having me. Sorry if I didn't really know how to answer all the questions, but I had a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to go back to RP.
Dude,
You
I
answered
can
the
talk about
fire,
RP
dude.
all day, every day. Like, oh man, like I am just so obsessed with GTRP these days. It's been great. You guys are great.
Yeah,
Kimmy,
I'll
I'm
definitely see
excited
you
because
guys
I
around.
gotta finally role play with you actually coming up. So that'll
My
be fun.
brother who fucked my best friend in high school.
Whoa.
Crazy.
That was
Crazy.
crazy that you spun
What a
that lore,
story.
and now it's core lore to December. It's
Wait,
why I'm
you spun that? I thought you forced that lore on me.
you yes handed the lore and gave her a name and made it even worse. So
Oh yeah, and now you have to go for Queenie because she's my new, you know.
wait, no, I'm making the rule is that December can't go for the friends of his sisters.
Oh, he's changed. Wow.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. We'll
Guys,
find
don't
out.
keep it in the family, okay?
Yeah, keep it in the
We're gonna run out of
family.
months of calendars.
Guys, thank you so much for coming on to Roleplay Podcast, which is also for all the viewers on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that stuff. We have Kimmy, Angels Kimmy, who plays September Foos, Peter at twitch.tv/Peter Park, who plays Peener Pogue. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. We also have our wonderful co-host, Sab, Sab, twitch.tv/Sab. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Who had
Wait,
the
do you guys
sound?
hear
Was that
that?
your soundboard, Peter?
Wait, I didn't know if it would actually work.
Well,
It
that's
did
yours,
work. It was
Kimmy? Oh,
perfect.
thank you.
Definitely works.
I thought it was Blau. I was like, Blau, you got a new soundboard? My
I
God,
know.
we got a new. We got
Hold on.
behind the glass somewhere.
I just got it. It's so much fun to use. It's the Rodecaster Pro 2. Use discount code Angels Kimmy for. No, I'm kidding. I don't have it. I was just kidding.
Yo, but I mean, like, if they want to sponsor a
Convinced me.
podcast.
Wow, that was like an
No, but-
amazing read.
Wait, I have heard this thing. It's like everyone's saying it's like the Goxler but better.
The what? Oh, the
Go
Go.
XLR, yeah,
Yeah, the Rodecaster Pro 2, right?
yeah. Everyone
gonna
says
invest
that's
in
really
one.
fun.
Baby, yeah, definitely highly recommend it. It's so
I'll have
much
to check
fun.
it out. It looks
Oh
good.
my gosh.
And then you have like all these fun.
And like voice changers that you can use for literal like.
RP situations is so easy.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I got mine too as well.
Oh, you have one too?
No, I have the Go XLR, but I'm gonna get the one you have.
Yeah, it's.
Wait, I
highly
want the one you have,
recommended.
Kimmy. That's sick.
Yeah, the Rodecaster Pro 2.
All right, I'll
Amazing.
check it out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast. Peter, Kimmy, Sab. We'll see you guys in the city.
Thanks for
Oh,
having
we
us.
should use that.
Guys.
That should be our ending phrase, Sab. That's like see you in the city. Like, it's kinda,
Yeah,
is that
Not in the
cringe?
city.
Is that cringe?
No, it's not.
Done.
No, it's not.
Hey guys,
It's a
you know,
roleplay podcast.
hey, you know what? See you in the city.
That's a little cringe.
Bye,
All
guys.
right.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Guys, okay.
Was that cringe, chat? Is that cringe? Chat, that was another episode of Roleplay Podcast. Guys, thanks for tuning into the episode. Hold on. Guys, you can find Roleplay Podcast here on YouTube. Let me spam this for you guys. Hold on. We have all sorts of episodes like Noobs of NoPixel with Giga, clowning around, a very topically relevant roleplay episode where we talk to the clouds. We have a bunch of ones with the cops. We have our unhinged ERP episode. We've also had our Noobs of NoPixel with Janet and Shoto. I think the Noobs of NoPixel, I just love doing that series. It's really fun. What's up, chap? How's everyone doing? Yeah. That shit is wild. Dawson, thanks for the tier 1. Give me one message. Questions about roleplay podcast, roleplay, etc. Oh, chat. I know we're in the middle of December of me playing some December, but for the month of I'll be playing probably not Mickey during the month of July. The two characters I'm interested in playing are going to be hold on. December, but also it's time, partners. Clay Kona will be waking up. We're gonna be doing Clay Kona streams. Will start on Saturday.
Thank you for the great content.
Clay Kona will be doing Academy on Saturday and Sunday. Just in time for the 4th of July. Get your country, get your socialist politics, because the hyper woke socialist country music singer Clay Kona is coming back to Los Santos to join the PD. So, oh yeah, Dap's incoming. It's going to be great. I just got an idea for an episode of Rollpass on Teacher. You should do podcasts with musicians in NoPixel. Oh, we really want to do the musician episode as well. Okay, there is one thing I need to do in roleplay, though. There is, and then by the way, tonight we are gonna raid Nathan KB, who's doing the interviews. By the way, we're gonna raid into him, but I am gonna do one brief thing in roleplay, just to get Mickey's. I like Mickey's story. I have to like at least get something set up for it. We are waking up Mickey, a crumb of Mickey. Mickey's gonna go because Chatterbox wants Mickey to call him. So and this is my attempt at doing some serious RP. So we're going to get that vibe right, hopefully. And we're going to do serious Mickey. I have no idea what Chatterbox is even doing right now, if he's even ready for this, but let me update the title. Don't forget to flirt with Sabs for Pride Month. We need a Mickey song, though, to get us in. What is a good Mickey song? Oh, Nasty? Yeah. I have no idea if this is right for the vibes we're going for, chat. Oh, I have a bunch of subs I need to thank as well. Hold on, give me one moment. By the way, chat, I probably won't be streaming the interview with Clay Kona because I need to end early to get all my other stuff ready for Clay Kona for this weekend. So also no stream. Actually, chat, tomorrow's stream, we're probably gonna do a late night horror stream tomorrow, I think. I want to play that new horror game. So probably doing that stream and then no other stream for the rest of the day. So ooh, actually, let me give it a vague title. Hold on. Ooh, vague title. I believe one of Nathan KB's character is. I've been a nasty girl. It's Declan Crane. All right, chat. This is just to keep Mickey's story up to date. We're doing a crumb of Mickey. Mickey is reaching out to Chatterbox because Chatterbox wants to speak with him. We will see. Blau, how was the hockey game in recovery from the 24 hours? I got absolutely cooked. I got lit up in the hockey game. I was fried. I'd only napped 2 hours that day, and I also realized I'm out of shape, which is why it has prompted me for a new arc in July, an off-stream arc of me getting back in shape. Oh, chat, might do, we'll also do debate react on, okay, Saturday is going to be GTA RP reacts, catching up on a bunch of the stories we've been following. Debate reacts and Clay Kona. Saturday's stream will start very early. We have an early Saturday, early Sunday stream. So even though I haven't streamed much this week, those are going to be like big streams. Where the fuck am I? Am I in a jail? Where the fuck is Mickey? Where is this? Am I in the middle of MRPD? Hello? Hello? Okay. Who was I calling? Okay, let's see. I don't even know if he's around for I think he's around, but I don't know what his thing is. Or like, okay, fuck, I have to like lock in. Theirs is a serious arc I'm trying to support here.
Hey.
How do I play Mickey again? How do I speak? Is this okay? Chatterbox.
Mickey.
The defeat of the Edmonton Oilers has sobered me up. I'm ready for a serious conversation. You said you wanted to talk with me.
Yeah. Mr. Ratchet, how long till we start this? Okay. Yeah, can I call you right back, Mickey?
Yes. Goodbye.
Okay, I'll call you right back. Okay.
All right. What are you doing here, Mickey?
You know, that's crazy that you ask. I might have passed out here.
You want to get out?
I can't see. Oh my God, I can't. You know, it's just lawyer things, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Guys, I wasn't doing anything.
It's
A
fine.
weird place to take a
I
nap, you know?
understand.
You guys don't even have Coke in the evidence
Come on.
locker. Not that I checked, but
You couldn't check because it's locked. You couldn't even get there.
oh
according to
no,
Mickey.
totally, yeah, no, I definitely couldn't have just lockpicked the door to it. And thank you so much.
Do you have a lockpick?
You have a great day. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, Mickey.
I need to get in a serious Mickey mood. You know, Mickey has his moments of being very serious. We've got to hold on. What is this song? I think it's this one. Yeah. Flax is in the ICU. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. We also have that going on too. Fuck, I don't have cigarettes though. Chat, how am I supposed to play Mickey without cigarettes on Mickey? Blueprint RC cargo drone? Guys, I swear I wake up and I don't even remember what shit I have on Mickey's pockets. What is this? Is this a new area? I've never seen this before. Where does this go? Bro. Ooh. Ooh, an aesthetic meeting place that makes people run a long way to get to? I'm kind of about that. Oh, this is such a parachutable roof. Oh, this roof is so parachutable. Okay, chat. You run up the stairs on coke or something that lets you run faster. And then Chatterbox.
Yo.
Mr.
What's up,
Box.
Hi, how are you? Sorry, I was in the middle of something. You know anything have you heard anything going on really about what happened to Ray?
No, well, brief things in passing as if I should know what people are talking about, but any number of scandals, memory loss, the engagement off. I didn't even know about, did I know about the engagement? I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, you wanted to talk to me. I'm around to talk.
Yeah. Look, you're a smart guy, right? What would you, you're a lawyer. Lawyers are smart people, right?
I'd like to think that I think I'm too smart, which inevitably makes me do really stupid things, but oftentimes while doing stupid things, I then stumble upon something that's actually smart.
Okay. Look, you're good friends with Ray, and you've been for a long time, right?
I've known Raymond for many years, yes.
No matter what, you would want her to be happy, right? And you want to protect her, right?
Who was the person who first reached out on her behalf when a certain clown was stalking her and trying to kill her? And I'm not talking about Bon Bon.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that's why I wanted to. That's why I'm kind of reaching out to you about this. You were able to convince me not to do anything horrible to her. And And if you can convince me not to do something horrible, I think you can convince anybody to kind of do something different or the right thing with that.
Oh,
I
that
need you,
is my
Mickey,
specialty.
Oh, there you go. I need you to keep the other people that surround her that aren't clowns in check. And Benji being one of them. So we don't have problems.
I have a question. Why can't you come meet up with me and tell me what exactly happened and what you're asking of me?
Okay, where are you?
Okay, you're gonna hate this, but it's a really cinematic meeting spot. But it's at the top of that really tall tower. That is very new. Love it. Beautiful
I
garden
know
up here.
exactly what you're talking about. I'm on my way.
Okay, I'll meet you here at the
All
top.
right.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Of course, it's fucking Benji. Oh my god, this is such a cinematic meeting spot. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh shit! That was almost not a cinematic meeting spot. A little bit closer. Maybe it's like a lean bar 3 angle over here. Maybe that's the right height. Fuck, what is a good lean bar? What about a lean bar 2? That's pretty good. Grabbing the bar. This is nice. Okay. Too fidgety. What about lean bar 4? Wait, that's kind of a vibe. How do I do that? I feel like I can't get close enough to the bar to make it look good. Could do like a little lean 4 angle. Oh, true. We could do the placement thing. That's good. We'll run this. Okay, hold on. This is like the only time I'm waking up Mickey for a minute.
Hey.
Why are you saying hey to me with 2 Y's?
Hey is for horses.
No, that's like the sort of flirty hey. You had too long of a Y on the end. Chatterbox, tell me, what's going on?
You're trying to say I'm I'm flirting with you?
I'm taken, by the way.
I know you only have one eye, but you better open it a little bit more and realize where you're standing right now, because I'll throw you off this building.
So you are flirting with me.
No, I'm yucking. Oh my God, Mickey, you yucking serious? God. Okay. I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, and I'm gonna tell you everything here. So things have been great for a long time. we got engaged and stuff like that. I think things were going awesome.
Oh, I heard the king and the queen of the clowns. Now, I'm not really one for, monarchies and all that, but, props to you guys.
Yeah, well, it was a good time. It was probably the best time of my life, and it seemed like she was like the happiest she's ever been in hers, and that just hits different, But,
the king and queen. But as we all know, with every empire and monarchy, they all rise and they all fall. Cue Viva La Vida by Coldplay. So what happened?
I did this big thing for her proposal. It was a big yucking thing. I took her to the mines a long time ago when I was first getting to know her. So when I was proposing to her, I did the same thing. But I wanted to make sure I fully understood what I was getting myself into. And I think it backfired. It did, but it didn't. So she went to the mine, and you know how the mine forks into two different directions? I'm sure you've been in there before, right?
Actually, never been in there.
Well, it forks into two different tunnels. The left tunnel had my name on it. The right tunnel had Chang Gang's name on it.
Ooh.
And in the middle, I just left her a message saying that she needed to choose one tunnel and just go down one tunnel. It's not her choosing a gang or necessarily picking a side, but just showing where her real priorities are. Just to show her priority. And she went down both. She claims that, and I believe when she says that she went down my tunnel first. But before she left there, she ended up going down the other tunnel to see what was down there.
Well, in a way, she mirrored exactly what she's done in life. She's gone down both.
Okay, I guess that's true, huh?
See, in a way, you forced a decision upon her, a decision that she had already decided. You thought that she would only go down one of the tunnels, but you already knew the answer to which tunnel she would go down, and the answer was both. Is that not her life?
But did I really know that, though? Maybe I was just too stupid to see it? That makes a lot of sense, Mickey. I think I was just too dumb to realize it.
I like to think that sometimes when I'm not, thinking about how I'd like to use this rooftop to parachute off of it to go down to the building to our right, where then I would stage motorbikes on the 3rd tier level that you would then hop on and then jump across the building to the next building over with those bikes, kind of like in a Fast and Furious thing like they did in, was it in Dubai or whatever it was? When I'm not doing that and absolutely cooked out of my mind, I have my moments of brilliance.
Okay. Well, okay.
So she chose both.
Yeah. At the end of my tunnel was the adventure I put her on. She had to put a puzzle together to figure out where I was at. And she did that. But on her way out, she went down the Changang one to see what was down there, and she found a knife and a note. But the way I wrote down The way I worded that note was not good. Writing is not my strong thing. I just learned how to read, for yuck's sake. But it said that to keep that knife, because eventually she's gonna have to kill me.
Oh no.
Because if Changang's the priority, well then what Mr. K tells her is the priority. You know what I mean? And Mr. K and me, we don't click. You know, and he wants me dead.
Ah. So were you making this choice, this path in the tunnel, this path in her life? Was this decision brought about by your fear that at some point Mr. K would want you dead? Maybe even order her to be the one to do it?
Yeah, exactly. So I left the knife there because I felt like, you know, for her to kill me, because I'm not gonna kill her, you know what I mean? But I made it sound like I would, I guess, in that note. But I wouldn't have done it, because I can't. I can't go through that again, you know, so I'd rather her just take me out. If Changang's the priority, then why not? Right?
I feel like you're hung up on this word priority. And, you know, sometimes in life, going through things, it's not as simple or as clear cut. We often want things to be neat and organized, a hierarchy, if you will. But oftentimes things are a messy shade of gray, and we never know what things will be in between. If I was to look at this situation, I would say you're afraid that Mr. K, you know, her allegiance to Chang'e might eventually cause her to turn on you. And make no mistake, don't ever let anyone disrespect the name that is Mr. K. He is that ruthless, and he is that capable. I don't care who it is. If they need to be killed, they'll be killed.
Yeah. Well, the one thing you don't understand is that it's not me in fear of him making her turn against me. It's him making her turn against herself.
Ah.
Because, like...
The plot thickens.
Well, Mickey, like, when I first met her, she was just straight up a Changang girl, but she was not necessarily happy.
Oh, yeah, I know how the song goes, you know.
What?
Yeah, Chang'e girl, that she never had a grapeseed guy. Great song, amazing.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, the song I listen to in jogging. But don't you also see the problem that you imposed in your own fear that Mr. K might destroy what you saw? You've seen the same thing that I saw, Chatterbox. I've seen Raymond become more alive in this city than ever before as a result of her finding perhaps her true self. Hiccups, Cups, the clown. But don't you see the problem in your fear that Mr. K might have her destroy herself, that part of her that has awakened recently? You imposed a question that tried to destroy her past, to deny her that she was a member of Chang'e.
That wasn't what I was trying to do.
But you see how it could come across that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd never make her leave, you know, but I think what I did there, it really stuck in her head in a wrong way that I didn't want. And now it's turned into these ocean dumpings that happen. Like, I remember we got engaged, but I don't like... apparently Sooty oceaned up me and her because me and her were talking about it and maybe it wasn't good. She just wanted both of us to forget about it. And then a bunch of other clowns got ocean dumped and still we don't have no idea what happened. I washed up on the beach. She washed up on some like island and had to get rescued off of it. She had a brain bleed and she hasn't been the same. Now she's like, she was at the fun house and she was talking to me. She was all yucked up, but she's arguing with herself now. It's like Cups is talking to Ray and Ray's talking to Cups, but they're not getting along.
Ah, I see.
But like when she's with people, she's just Ray, and she's kind of, you know, she doesn't know nothing. She has no idea who I am. She has no idea who a lot of people are that she's met recently. She only remembers like 5-6 years ago. But then when I'm hanging out with her and we're having fun, she remembers everything, and she's like, she's happy and stuff, but then she starts to, if things start slowing down, she starts to lose herself again and go back to the way she was. And the way she was, Mickey, it's not a bad version of herself. I shouldn't say, because I really liked her then too, right? But she's just broken and she wants to leave again. And she tried to leave. She's trying to leave. But then when her mind's in a good spot,
Trying to leave. Trying to leave what?
She's the city, like she did years back. She ain't happy. She looks at me like she has no idea who I am. She's saying goodbye to people, and she's trying to go to the airport. Because that's what happened years ago when she was just with Chang Gang. Because she's empty. She just wants to feel wanted. She wants to feel useful and stuff like that. And, you know, the gang life is different, right? But then when we're doing stuff, she's not like that, right? She's like, her mind switches back. She doesn't want me to leave. She told me not to let her leave. No matter who I'm talking to, if it's Cups or Ray, I'm still talking to Ray Munn at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because I love Ray Munn. Cups is just an additional name to, you know, her.
Well, that's a good realization. To love someone is to love everything and where they also came from, their past and their potential future. Now, I don't want to bore you with the cliches of whatever 50 first dates or Hollywood tropes of memory loss. I'll tell you this. I watched as the two of you went from enemies to lovers in a way that was unprecedented. If it's real, it'll happen again. There's no need to force it.
Yeah, I've come to realize that. I just kind of decided that I'm going to be involved with her because she seems to want me to be. I'm not going to try to force her to remember nothing. I'm just going to just be myself and just keep trying to be fun and funny like we were before, right? Maybe that'll, like, even if she doesn't remember, that's okay with me, you know? But if I get the chance to do everything all over again in different ways, you know, I still win no matter what, right? And so does she if she's happy, right?
You remember that first feeling you have when you read a book? A really good book,
I
a
never
story.
read books.
Oh, right, you can't read. Watch a really good movie. Something so good that you wish you could almost forget it and live it again. that's the way you have to approach this. You can't try to fight to bring back memories. You have to create new ones. I feel like in a situation like this, if you claw at just trying to get her to remember the past, you won't necessarily have a future with her. I think the better course forward is to create new memories.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. The problem that we have still though is like Benji tried to tell her that they have a kid together. It's like toying with her mind, which is making her not be in a good place. I had Zaki tell her that her sister April abandoned her again, which is not true.
Yes. Enter the other actors stage left. Those who will then complicate this whole process of creating new memories. So you now have
How do we combat that?
So
Like,
what? You have a host of people who are. Wait. How long ago did she not remember?
She remembers 6 years ago.
Oh my god.
She remembers the cubby, Chang'an cubby, you know, that kind of stuff.
Well, then she needs to rely on the people that she's close to who will tell her the truth.
But they
People
don't.
like. What do you mean?
When she was in the hospital, like, Chang'an went in there trying to tell her that she was just a spy. There was nothing with us. She was just trying to take us down from the inside. And then Vinny, luckily, came clean to her about it, but it still doesn't defeat the fact that they're still doing that. Carmela was telling her things that wasn't true, like she got bid on last at the auction and nobody wanted to bid for her. And she got the lowest amount, and just saying things like that. Zaki says, you know, her family's abandoning her. It's like things that are just awful. And that it makes it hard because then when I'm with her, her mind is like 6 years ago, Ray. Like, she feels like nothing and she's out of here. So I gotta stay there and I gotta like force her to come with me and we go and do stuff and then she's okay. And she starts acting like, you know, the Cups version of herself, right? Like the happy Ray. Like she starts feeling a little bit again, right? And starts having a good time and we have a good day. But I'm scared when I'm not around what's gonna happen.
I see.
It doesn't help that these other people are just taking advantage of her mind, right? And at her in a low spot.
Right. So split mind Raymond can't remember all of her past. Sometimes she can. And any number of.
She can when she's with me, but she can't. It's like she can't when she's with other people. Like, you know Max, right?
Yes.
They're close. Like, they're like really good friends. And he got nothing from her. Like, nothing.
Oh my god, she doesn't know who Max is.
At all. She doesn't know who I am, and then all of a sudden she does. It just turns on. She gave me the ring back and said, she said, she made me promise that I won't give it back until she's fully herself again. Don't let her leave. She's staying at Kitty's house. And then I walked in there and I was going to leave and she says, well, where are you going? You can't leave. And then she told Kitty that she loved me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's so, like, I don't know what to do, Mickey. I'm just so lost.
Well, it seems like people from her past are not exactly making this easy if they're, you know, telling her lies or half-truths. You need someone who you can trust who will actually tell her the truth.
Yeah, I do. I know Vinny's trying, and I'm shocked, but he's trying because he's showing that he wants the best for her because, you know, that's her dad and stuff, right? Thankfully, but who else, right? Like, Vinny doesn't have a backbone with Chang'an, it sounds like, and he won't really stand up to them for her. But you would, like, and you're creative, right? Like you know how to talk to people, right? Like if you would have called me and threatened me, that wouldn't have worked. But you found a way, and I kind of respect that. For me to not do anything bad.
I want you to know I am the worst option in this case. But I might be your only option. I mean, there's clearly one person she should speak with, but I know her tour is incredible. She's not even able to come back here for a long time, which is Miss Foos.
Is she gonna come back?
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't think? Wait, April's not coming back?
Well, I don't know. Oh, here's something you should know about me. Very big pet peeve of mine. Many years ago, I used to just sort of abscond to Europe to go do party and drugs, and then I'd come back, show up to the city. Hey, everyone, what are we doing? Oh, Mickey only shows up to come around and destroy everything and fuck things up and then leave a week later. I hate that. Listen, people come and go in and out of this city, okay? We can't rely on who might be here tomorrow, who might be here next week. We make time and we make do with the people who are in the city now. I always have believed that. Anyone who does any of the lamenting or boring talk of who's going to be around, who's going to fly into the city today, tomorrow, next week, oh, I hate that.
That makes sense. Are you close with Yuno?
Oh, used to be. Not as much anymore. Why do you ask?
They're like Ray and Yuno, they're like related by, like they're blood related, right?
Ah. Could be a decent option. Do you know do you know the saying blood is thicker than water?
No.
And no one's ever said that to you?
No.
Ah. It's commonly misquoted, actually. A lot of people seem to think that blood is thicker than water is to suggest that your family is more important than, say your friends. But the actual quote is blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb. It's to say that the blood of the people who you choose to be with is actually more important than your blood-related family. So, you want to know someone who's better to have her talk to than me?
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, again, you probably have to catch them at the right time and in the right context. And this is just the nature of them. And here's the key. Listen, I was in chain gang. I know how it works. You want to know the secret? You can't have... A lot of them just... They listen to what Kay says.
Yeah.
But you need to get them without the presence and the pressure of Kay there. That's the secret. Taco Prince, Ramiel Ramen. She's always been close with them. I would guess she's closer to them than she is to Yuno.
Really?
Yeah. She used to be extremely close to Taco. That would be, in absence of April, I would say Taco is your best bet.
Okay. Okay, Mickey. All right.
And, besides Taco, God, what a sour situation. And a dire disposition that you are in, that your next best bet after, say, April or Taco would be probably me. I would say Yuno because she's probably... Actually, I don't know if she's closer to Yuno than to me, but maybe Yuno then at that point. But like I said, I think her relationships with, say, someone like April or Taco is certainly closer than don't actually really remember her and Yuno being that close.
Well, I know years ago Yuno was a gang member for thing in Buddhist crew, right?
Okay, well, we weren't. Sorry, that was the Lang and Friends heist crew, and we were not a gang. We were a heist crew. Thank you so much.
You were a heist crew.
That's right.
Oh, Mickey, you've been calling me saying, oh, you're doing this and that. Oh, gangbanger, gang member. But you were doing the exact same bull with Buddha.
Oh, that's interesting because I was not peddling weed. Well, I did sell cocaine at one point, but I didn't know.
Wow.
Oh, this is great. Let me let Danny Ocean and all the characters in Ocean's 11 know that they're gang members and not bank robbers.
Okay, let them know. Just fucking whatever. Look, Mickey, this is my fault, right?
Well,
there's some people that say it's not, but I need you just to be straight up with me, because I need to know. Is this my fault?
yes. I think in your own fear that a ultimatum would be pressed upon Raymond by Mr. K, that you then pressed an ultimatum onto her. Whereas you would be worried that, say, Mr. K might present a situation or some sort of ultimatum that would remove the clown identity within Raymond. So too did you press a situation that, even if not intended, was challenging her identity as a member of Chain Gang.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If Ray truly feels like she doesn't belong in Chain Gang, that's her choice, not one for you to press upon her. I would know. I made that choice myself. And I made that choice because someone else forced an ultimatum on me.
Well, thanks, Mickey, for keeping it real. I understand now. I'm gonna try to do better. And if I lose her, I know I deserve to lose her.
No, you don't deserve anything in this. It's a complicated situation. While you're at fault, I understand your perspective. You might have to live with the reality of a Raymond that is both Chain Gang and the clowns. That was a reality that you were scared of, that if it was challenged, what could happen. Why most great love stories are tragedies.
So what you're saying is I just need to accept it.
Yes. Think about it this way. If Chain Gang is truly that valuable to her, for her identity, of her past, her old family, then if they're the ones that press, an ultimatum that splits her identity, are they really her family? And the same can apply to you.
Yeah, you're right. Like, yuck, Mickey, you're right.
Wait, do you never know why I left Chain Gang?
No. Why'd you leave Chain Gang?
Because as a test of my loyalty to the gang, I was handed a knife and I was told to stab Yuno. A dear friend of mine, my best friend at the time. That was when I realized the gang life wasn't for me.
They try to make you stab Yuno?
That's right. Ah, now you must be asking, will that day come? Will Mr. K present a knife to Raymond as a test of loyalty, of true faith, and ask her to do the same to you? I don't think so, actually. For two reasons. Number one, that was many, many years ago. Chain gang has evolved. You have to see that. Not to say that Kay's gone soft in his old age, but come on. He used to be way more ruthless 6 years ago. Please. Oh my God, the way I talk to him nowadays, I'd be losing digits left and right. I'd have to point with my pinky. Anyways, there's that. And number two, listen, if Kay wants you dead, he's going to do it himself. That's how much you mean to him.
Mickey, where the yuck were you like a week ago? You know, if you were here a week ago, you would have helped me a lot.
You know, I like to think that I'm extremely inconvenient, problematic, annoying most of the time, but when people need me most, that's when I'm not around.
Yeah, yuck you for that. Oh. Okay. Only real way to make it right, that I can make this right now, is just to not force her to remember, not just try to make her remember, but just have a new experience.
Exactly. Listen, I'm not really one to wax poetic about love, but I can speak on love for a moment. Albeit my only marriage that I ever had was to a cop that was married out of political convenience, and she's now trying to take all of my money out of my account in a divorce. So I'm having my personal assistant sleep with her to prove that she's being in. Was it?
What?
Yeah,
What?
so it's a whole thing. I also have to try to convince people I'm straight. Anyways, so I might not be the best to speak of love, but true love, the deep love that I've seen flourish with people, including yourself and Raymond, that's the kind of thing that you'll love someone in a million different lifetimes. The kind of spark that it doesn't matter where you are in time or history, that you'll find each other. So even when lost, you'll find each other again.
Mickey, thank you.
Of course. Now, do you finally see me as more than just a, quote, yucking gangbanger?
The same I said to Vinny? Yeah. I still know that you are 100% a filthy gangbanger, but I can see that there's more to you than that. maybe you're right too. I'm also a yucking gang member.
Damn.
I'm an honorary gang member.
Yeah, that's known as a hang around is the term they use.
No, Cups told me I'm an honorary gang member.
Street team.
Because no, that's not gonna. Did you say street team? No. Cups told me I'm an honorary gangbanger because I was banging her. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that. What the fuck? What a line. That is a crazy line. That is a crazy line. What the fuck? That was fun. I'm happy I got to do that little moment with them. Do that line of RP with them. Chat. Thank you guys for tuning into the Roleplay Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in to all this. On Saturday, we wake up a new character. Many of you OG people know him. But for the month of July, I'm going to be doing my cop arc with Clay Kona. So I'm going to be waking up Clay right now to go do interviews. We're going to be rating Nathan KB, who's doing the interviews. If you want to see the Clay Kona interview, it's going to be off stream because tomorrow I'm doing a bunch of work off stream to prep for Clay Kona and PD Academy starting on Saturday. Wait, did I say the month of May? I meant the month of July. I'm so sorry. I don't know what month it is. Anyways, that will be all of July. Guys, give you a little Clay Kona ending song. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to send you guys over to Nathan KB. 07's chat, and I will see you guys definitely Saturday, maybe tomorrow. Go join the raid, join the raid, join the raid, join the raid.